Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Cinema Villains proudly bring to you a new episode, finally, after what seemed to be like eons since our last one.
Of
I am
lore.
your hostess with the mostest, Shaggy Black. Alongside me digitally is my tag team partner, my Unga Bunga brother, Jose. And special guest, because we only bring him in when shit is way too smart for us to understand, or I won't be talking as much because I have no fucking idea what the hell's going on. Corey.
Yo, it is good to be back.
Yeah, man.
To
Yeah, man.
yeah,
It is a special day.
Yes, we're
Uh,
here, all of us.
again, because it's spring. We wanted to do something we wanted to do something for the time of the year. And what better way to do this than talk about a Godzilla movie?
Yeah, with a plant. A big, pretty plant.
spring has sprung, and uh, you know, up scientific experiments on human genes and Godzilla genes and Levi's genes, and it's the
My brother, I'm so glad you said that because I was like Jinko jeans. I was like, we
Jinko
can keep this
genes.
going.
Yeah,
It is
okay.
it is literally something that, again, when we bring Kory on, let me preface this. I love Godzilla, right? I love Godzilla movies. I have my own personal favorite Godzilla movies. For those who are listening, who listen to the show a lot, know that I have my favorites. But there are some movies that I am not a fucking expert in. I'm not. Clearly, that is Jose's ball game right there. That is his area of expertise. But it
Yes.
is a two-man show, not a one-man show. So I went out. I didn't. I more like Jose did. Jose invited Corey to this episode because we definitely needed somebody to talk about the movie that we're looking at. Because I'm just gonna be sitting here with a grin on my face, going like, "Yes, I understand all of it."
yeah, that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't get it at all. Um, but yeah, nah. This movie, Jose, what made you pick this particular movie outside of it being spring?
Well, that's like the number one reason because it was spring and pulling back the curtain a little bit. I was like, Shaq, it's spring, Killer Plant Month. Let's go. Only to find out Little Shop of Horrors isn't streaming nowhere. So we're like,
And
well,
and we didn't want to do Attack of the Killer Tomatoes
we
because that is
really
a
didn't.
fucking deep cut.
Yeah,
I
I
had the
tried.
toys.
Yeah, they were cool. It has a
I
really cool
watched the
theme
hell out
song.
of the cartoon.
Yeah, it has a theme
Like,
song.
yeah, like but it was like, nah, you want to not get clicks? We put that shit on there.
So we just we audible to Hard Target last episode, and then but this movie, however, at the time of this release, at this episode being released, it now has a 4K from the Criterion collection that just came out. So it's
Yeah,
cinema. Criterion would never release nothing less.
dang! I just
Jose, where
realized
can
I
you
didn't.
stream this movie?
Oh, but you can also stream this movie on HBO Max,
HBO Max, for
Max,
those who have
Cinemax,
it.
the Criterion channel if
If you're
you're a
classy,
cinephile. And yeah, so there you go. But yeah, that's
hey
really
man.
it. That's the biggest reason, because Biollante is a big plant. So there you go. And it's spring.
You can also watch it on VHS
Jesus, he got the VHS. I always love.
or DVD
I got the Blu-ray. Do you got the Blu-ray? Do you got the Blu-ray?
or
There
Blu-ray
you go. Yes.
or 4K.
Look at that. Corey comes through.
I have all of it.
Now,
Yeah,
shout out to Miles. He put this on on his Instagram stories the other day. Does that VHS have a trailer for some movie with what's her name from Friends? Help me out. From Scream and Friends.
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox, where they're like a stripper comes out of a cake. I don't know what he was talking about. But he's like, guys, the Criterion doesn't have that trailer. He's like, the Criterion Blu-ray or 4K doesn't have that trailer. I'm slightly disappointed. I'm like, what?
I haven't watched this VHS in probably like 15 or 20
Yeah, so
years
who
because that's
knows?
how long it's been since I've owned. Like, I need to find a VHS player for the 2 or 3 VHSs that I
Yeah, it
currently
makes me
own.
sad because people know that people collect VHSs. So when you find a working VHS, they're like, yes, this will be $400,
Yeah.
and we're just like,
Dude, you could just go to your grandmother's house and just pick up the old VHS tape and just go get it cleaned.
dude, I have not. I think I went through all my VHSs already. They're like dead.
I guarantee you, if I go back to Florida, I can find at least two.
I kind of want one too, but I don't.
I can guarantee you I can go find two because I think the only VHS tape I have is my Mask of the Phantasm
Dang.
that someone bought me for my birthday, and then like I was like, damn, I would want to go get Scream on VHS if I could find it, but like I still need a VHS player. But I think if I really wanted to, I go back home and go grab it. Like those, the fact that and like tapes in general are coming back into collection space
Yeah, no, yeah.
is insane
And there's
to
like
me.
there's like video people that just rip shit onto VHS now or somehow. And
Yeah,
they
no,
Yeah, I
that
feel
that
like you
was
can
always a
buy
thing.
new VHS.
and yeah, some
Yeah.
companies release like
Yeah.
Terrifier 3 got a VHS
Yeah.
release.
I
And
know I've
Alien
seen that.
Romulus. Yeah.
Yeah,
Romulus
Alien
definitely
Romulus.
did.
That's the other one. Yeah.
Alien Romulus
So
definitely did. There was one other movie that recently came out that got like not the ones that you just mentioned, but there was another one that got like a VHS release. I can't remember exactly the one it was,
Yeah, I can't
but
remember
it
either.
definitely did. But it definitely did. So I understand it. But yeah, like Corey, since you bust out your collection, are you collecting VHS tapes now, or are you just is that just something you're like, hey, just like me, I have a DVD, I have a VHS, I have a 4K copy, I have a Blu-ray copy of like Mask of the Phantasm.
yeah, it is mostly for this movie. The only other VHS that I know for sure that I own is Alien.
Mm.
Hey,
And then I have some stuff at my mom's. I actually need to go dig through someday because we still have like old clamshells. We have plenty of those Disney movies in clamshell form. But as far as what's in this house is Biollante and then Alien. But Biollante, this one I've had for a long time. Um, is it? I don't know if this might be the original one that I owned.
I think so
Um,
because it looks like the
well, they
box.
only had the one,
Yeah.
but I can't remember if this is like a second copy
Oh,
that I
Like
ended up
second
getting, or
printing.
if this is the original, or not. I mean, not even second printing, but I don't remember if this is the original one that I had when I was a kid, or if I got this
Mm.
later. Um, like
Mm.
if that one ended up, getting trashed or something.
Mm.
You know how VHSs do. They start
Yeah.
tearing or things get, moldy or destroyed.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this like specifically, well, Godzilla in general, but specifically Biollante, because that's the hardest. It's the hardest one to get up until now.
Yeah.
Because
Because every
they're
time.
even like that DVD and Blu-ray that I showed you. I
Mhm.
just randomly bought those at Target like 10 years ago.
Yep.
And those sell for probably, or maybe not now, but they were selling for like 80 plus.
So they
Because you
went out
couldn't
of print.
get, yeah, well, like Biollante, they're released on VHS, and legally that was it until again about a decade ago,
Mhm.
and they did very few printings of the Blu-ray and DVD, which released simultaneously, and then that was it. There was like a Chinese version that you could get for a while, but all the ratings online were like, yeah, don't, I mean, if you really want it, buy it, but they do have edits in it. Um, closing in on stuff. It's not the original 100% film. They did make some changes, and like the scan wasn't that good, so I was like, it's the one I don't own and don't really care to own.
Jose, do you have any VHSs at all? I don't think you
I
do, but like
I
that's
know
just
I had
me.
a
And I,
bunch back in the day. I don't
mm,
know what happened to them. I want to say they're in a box somewhere. I'm hoping
Yeah,
they're in a box somewhere.
bro,
in a
you
box
better
in an
be,
attic somewhere.
Yeah.
bro, you better hope your parents didn't just like fucking pawn that off
I am
someplace.
praying to the gods that they didn't, but yeah, I had a ton of like Godzilla VHSs. I had like some horror VHSs.
Mm.
So yeah, I know, but I don't know where they're at. A
Yeah, I
bunch of those
couldn't.
clamshells too, like Corey talked about, but I do not know where they're at right now. I'm just
And
praying
folks,
they
for
didn't got
those who are
eaten.
listening to us and don't know what a clamshell is, it is a type of casing for a VHS. Unlike what Corey just had a moment ago,
With the
with the
sleeve.
with the sleeve on the tape. Actually, hold on.
Oh, hey, look, Shag. He's come prepared.
So for the YouTube audience, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit all the buttons to help us keep this channel going. This is what you call a clamshell.
Get that crispy,
Yep.
that
I
very
was hoping,
rewarding.
yeah, just with the tape and everything. And this is called a VHS for those who don't know.
Yay!
And this heft, like, I feel as though you could have knocked a motherfucker out with something like this. Now, granted, you might ruin the tape, but you could be like, bap, just break somebody's nose real quick with it.
Home defense system.
But I'm just sitting here talking loudly and hoping my mic picks it up.
It did. It did.
Word. Well, again, Kory, I want to say thank you for being here because we had to put up the TWIMB signal in the air
The
to
burrito signal.
just put that in the air when like something is too nerdy even for my ass to handle to get your expertise in. So thank you always for joining us, friend, for your thank again, just thank
Oh,
you.
it's always a pleasure. I love the unga bunga of it all, listening to you guys, but it's certainly fun to join in every so often and stir
There you go.
things up.
Yeah, he's like, I want to reduce my brain cells.
There you go. Corey will come here with the deep
View
meat.
it from the eyes of a child.
Mm-hmm.
Corey's
Like,
gonna hit us with the
wow.
memes
Wow.
like, look, guys, this movie is about what happens when science goes unchecked, and the true
Are you trying
meaning.
to? Are you wait? Are you trying to do the
He's
fucking
trying.
video of like where Buddy's like describing what's going on, and my ass is
Yeah.
like dinosaur fight, yeah,
Yeah, Corey's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
like
the, you
kaiju
know,
fight, bitch,
the,
yeah,
The Criterion one.
yeah.
how
That's a great video.
genetics and how far should we go? Meanwhile, I'm like, hey guys, that big plant went hot tour on Godzilla.
He spit on that thing.
Give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Yeah, bro. Holy shit.
Well, by
All
the way,
right.
that
Go ahead.
Blu-ray came out in December 2012. That
Damn.
Godzilla vs. Biollante.
Oh,
I only remember because I made like a little Instagram post of it when I first got it. I was like, "Yeah, it's finally out, guys! I'm watching it." I was so
God
excited.
damn. Well, fuck, man. Let's go ahead and I'll start with you, Kory. Kory, can you tell me when was the first time that you remember seeing this movie, and how did you get to like watch it? Was I don't know, like obviously it came out like '89. You're a young man, so you definitely didn't go to the theaters and watch this. But like, of course, with the re-releases, how did you get into this? How did you know about this? Like down the line.
So this one I got from the library. So I didn't know, like, I always liked Godzilla growing up, but
Mhm.
obviously it became very difficult. Um, if you didn't have a subscription to like everything cable related, it was very difficult to just watch Godzilla. Things weren't being released in theaters, so I went through a slow period, like a temporary period of not really watching anything, and then I think it was like 2001, I saw a Millennium movie on TV. Or no, not 2001, because I did watch 2000 in theaters, so that re-sparked my interest. And it's like, yo, there's what the hell? There's more Godzilla. So I learned about Heisei and like went to the library, the one-off monument there at Regency,
Shout out
and
to Regency.
yeah, they sure enough had Godzilla vs. Biollante, the same VHS. And so I just watched everything that I could at that point. So that was the initial watch, and then eventually getting my own copy. And like we were said earlier, I didn't have a VHS player, so I stopped watching it for a long time until what, 2012? You said, Jose?
Yep,
2013. So
2012.
when that released was probably around the time, like it was in the new releases, and it's like, yeah, I'll just buy both. Why not? Um, so yeah, it was one that I'd watched a couple of times from the library, and then my own copy, and it's yeah, yeah, that's how I got into it. Was just accidentally finding out that there was a lot more Godzilla than Showa.
Yeah,
Where does this rank in your all-time Godzilla movies?
Oh man, so for me, because I have to do that disclaimer,
yeah.
is this is like a top tier. This is I I would put this at like one or two.
Oh wow,
Okay.
Like,
okay.
yeah,
Shit.
because I love this movie. But when it comes to recommendations, this is like probably bottom five. Because it
Okay.
is not an easy watch.
Boy,
There's
I tell you.
I was when you said this was your first time, it's like, oh buddy, this is maybe not maybe not right before you record
Yeah,
because
because I'm
there's
watching
gonna be
this.
some
I'm like,
bitterness.
I'm watching this, and I was like, oh no, this movie. Oh, Shag. Shag needs me. Like, hold on, let me catch this flight to Denver. Shag,
Brother,
hold
Just
on, brother. We'll
like
watch this
cuddle a
together.
brother,
little bit.
brother, I was like, maybe I should have smoked for this. And halfway in, I'm like, nah, because I definitely would have fucking fallen asleep or some shit if I did. So I powered through it, but boy, it. Mm,
Yeah, it's definitely it's probably better as like a drinking with friends thing. Like unless you just like me, you just absolutely love all the movies. It's better than like Son of Godzilla, better than Raids Again. There's a couple of
Yeah.
movies that it's better than, but it ain't many. And those ones
yeah,
are pretty bad.
yeah.
Um
I'll say. Matter of fact, I just realized this is the first Godzilla movie that I've watched without Jose in this vicinity.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
no.
I didn't mean to make it like sad around this bitch. But just know that I'm just like, huh, wow,
yeah.
okay, that was yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep my opinion aside
You're
here.
like, help.
Jose, though, how did you get into this? Was it the same? I doubt
Okay,
you
so
don't go to you. I know I know for a fact you don't go to the goddamn library. So like, how did you?
no, I did. I did go to the
For
library.
VHSs.
No, no, not for this because once I got into
Hmm.
Dragon Ball, I went
Okay,
to
that's
because
fair.
I grew up without internet, so I went to the library to use their internet to find out what happens after. Because when you're watching it on Toonami for the longest time, it reset
Hmm.
after Goku beats Raccoon.
Hmm.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I just went to like find out. I was watching clips. I'm like, holy shit, look at this! Like, so that's my library story. But anyway,
Hmm.
but to check out books, absolutely not. Use their internet, yes. Um, no, but the first time I watched this movie, I 100% remember. So like this random mom and pop video store opened up downtown here in Elgin, and we were like, my uncle was like, "Hey, there's this new movie store. Let's go check it out." Oh, okay. Shout out to that because it was just a random like dog. It's like the smallest thing ever.
Mom and
But
pop movie
that was the
shops,
first
man.
time I saw Dream Warriors because they had a Dream Warriors VHS,
Oh my
and
god.
they had like the smallest. It had to be like the size of like this TV right here. I don't know if you can see, but anyway, just like here's the new releases. I'm like, okay. And then it's like, just so happens that it has that VHS right there, the Godzilla versus Biollante. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, like I've never seen that Godzilla movie. Like, hey, we gotta rent this. And so yeah, that's the first time I was able to see it. It was awesome.
Now I will say this because Corey, I know you listen to the show. We have a thing for like box art, and definitely
Hmm.
because we grew up in the era of like renting movies. This box art is fucking cool to me. Like I will say that this is some of the coolest Godzilla box art I've seen in a minute.
Oh yeah, no,
Um,
this
yeah, I'm like, no, this is dope from the
This
Godzilla name.
whole
Um,
era,
yeah the
like
Heisei
yeah,
movie.
every
Yeah,
every cover, every alternate is badass. Everything from Heisei is like the coolest Godzilla box art you've ever seen.
yeah, because it's like one artist did the whole thing.
Hmm.
Do you know the artist offhand, Corey? Because I
Oh
do not.
man, I
Okay,
do
good.
not. Okay, good.
word, word. So I can buy us time while you nerds look that up. Yeah, no, I just when I saw the box art for
Oh
that,
yeah,
and I was like, wow, this is.
Noriyoshi Orai. There you go.
Say it one more time, because
Noriyoshi Orai. There you go.
thank you,
That's what did the.
thank you.
He did all
Um,
the box art, and that shit is fucking clean as hell.
yeah, that's one thing I will always say something about Godzilla box art. Like I really enjoy like looking at that box art and be like, yo, I would rent this. Like instantly. This is one of those things that I would have been like, I'd have been suckered to rent. Then watching it, I'd have hit Krusty the Clown. What the hell is that? Be like,
Oh man.
um, but like
Speaking of my
I
first,
said.
It
Huh?
got you in the first 2 minutes though, because the fucking text I received, she was like, "Yo,
Bro.
got this face planted into this
Yeah,
crater."
yeah. The way they shot it with like Godzilla, just they report like Godzilla has now fallen into this crater. I'm like, this motherfucker just like face planted in the fuck. I'm like, bro, what? I'm like, oh, let's go. I was like, okay, this is my type of carry on, and I'm like, what is going on here? Actually, there's a couple of things in this movie that I definitely popped for. I will say, because one thing that I look for in these Godzilla movies, we talked about this off air, but one thing I look for in these Godzilla movies, the assassin or hitman they have, and this one might be the best one I've seen because he's actually competent.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's actually super competent. Like the other guy, yeah, he looked cool. The other one from what is not King? It's King Ghidorah, but it's
Yeah, Ghidorah the
what was,
three-headed monster.
is it is it not
Yeah.
not King of the Monsters, but it's King
Astro
is his name-
Monster. Yeah,
Is
it's,
it
the one
it's
before
King
that?
Ghidorah though.
It's Ghidorah, the three-headed monster.
Yeah,
Okay, it's
yeah.
Ghidorah, three-headed monster. Thank you
'Cause
for
it's the
thank you.
space princess.
Yeah, it's
Space
like
Princess, there you go.
Space Princess and everything. But this fucker, that dude, I was like, yo, look at him. He looks so cool. And why is he so dumb? Like this dude is awful. This guy, not only is he shorter, has a pimped out fucking ride. He is just like getting the job done.
Cool shade.
Yeah.
His drip.
Cool shades, the suits matching. And this dude's like stoic in nature until he gets jacked up by
Which
Biollante.
Takes a while. Yeah. He's it takes him a while. Like when it starts off, man, there's the 3 dudes in the military and it takes him 3 bullets to kill him. And
Yep.
it's like,
Dude, he
damn.
like one shots everybody.
Like bam, 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 and just like and he just like, and he just kind of walks,
Yeah.
and he
I
goes
only
into
got
his
3
whip.
bullets in this gun, baby.
He just got it. He's back into his like. What I forgot the car that he's in. Editor, if you could put the picture right there with the ride he's riding, and just give it a rating. That's something that you might like. Let me know on the badass car scale.
Like the DMV3.
It definitely looked like it wasn't a hatchback, but it definitely looked like
I want to say it was a like.
it's not a Toyota. It was something.
Was it not a Starion?
Oh, what am I doing?
It's a Mr.
Yeah.
It was not this. I don't know if you can see it.
I
can barely make it out, but I think that might
that's
be
a Starion.
Yeah, that's a Starion. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. I was like, oh shit, Speed Boy.
I think that's what he had.
That dude,
my friend had a Starion, but
GSR3. That's what.
There you go. Just
that is exactly it because it had GSR on the side. I just could not remember. I wanted to say GST, and I was like, that's not right, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But like, it was right there on the side. I was like, yo, that's a cool fucking car.
It really was. I was like, hey, buddy.
I was like, yo. As soon as I saw it on screen, I was like, hey, yo. I was like, hold on, whose whip is this? And he gets out of the car. I'm like, oh. Assassin, let's go.
We're getting ahead of ourselves, but the fucking scene where he just opens the blinds and Godzilla's just like, he's like, damn, Godzilla. And he just walks away.
He just walks away. He's just
like
that is such a
convenience.
Yeah, I know. That is such a dope scene because it's shortly after that is when the dude dies.
Yeah.
In like roughly the same scenario. He's, high up in a building and looking out at Godzilla. But he's just like you said, he's like, oh man, I am being mildly inconvenienced right now.
Oh,
This is really going to affect traffic on the way home.
Exactly.
He's like,
like he was more mad when Godzilla was like 30 miles away. Like, all airports are being shut. He was like, God damn.
Oh, yeah. Every time he got mad, it was just being and that was his fault.
Yeah.
That's his fault. He caused that one. He's like, God damn it. Me, damn it.
Yeah. He's like, why am I being inconvenienced by the effects of my own actions?
Yeah, exactly. That the fucking Eric Andre meme shoots himself like why would this happen?
Why would this happen?
Why would Godzilla do this?
he looks like he looks at the window and just hears the conversation. And he's like, here's the way say, hey, the airports are closed. He's like, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Yeah.
Oh,
damn it. Fellas, do you recommend I know Kory, you alluded that while you love this movie, you might not recommend it on a first viewing. But do you recommend this movie to just to kind of watch to get that feeling and explain that
Oh man.
for the fans? And then
This one I would say no. I definitely wouldn't put this as like a number one, because it's not gonna put a good idea of what Godzilla is. Like I would much rather someone watch like Megalon than this. At least watch something goofy that's fun, that you can be like, yo, this movie's fucking wild. There's porn in a truck with a small child in it. There's a
hey
lot.
yo,
Yeah.
oh whoa,
Yeah.
buddy, whoa,
Megalon was
police,
wild and
police.
no, not porn of a child, but
That's what I'm
porn that's
saying.
in a
Police
truck with a
racist.
child.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they found
Yeah,
Oh.
just like
Be the
Playboy centerfolds in the back of a truck where they're carrying a small child, and it's like, cool, yeah, this is just what you subject your children to. Nice,
Yes,
nice.
let
That's a
me look before I
conversation
die,
point.
Dad. This giant
Yeah,
beetle is about to murder us. Let me please just get a peek.
like that's quirky. I would put, and honestly, even except for King Ghidorah, I would put any other Heisei movie before this one.
I can't wait.
Um,
Me and Corey got to sit down and talk about his hate
Yeah.
for King Ghidorah. Because I'm like, hey, this movie fucking rules. Corey's like, I'm going to strangle you, Jose.
I'm going to kill you slowly.
Specifically Heisei. No, I wouldn't recommend this because I feel like it'll put a bad taste in your mouth. Like if you've never seen Godzilla, but kind of like you, where it's like you've seen, a handful, like two handfuls at least, spread out between America and Japan from like the Showa all the way through Millennium. And this is your first time seeing it. I'm not surprised because of how hard it is to get. This is about the only time, because at least by now Godzilla has like an established footing, so that you're not like, oh my god, every movie is like this. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, this one's not all that exciting, but at least I can go back to watching Megalon, Gigan, King Kong, any other movie, or fucking Destroya.
Hell yeah, Destroyer.
Yeah.
Jose, how do you feel about this? Do you recommend this as well? Are you doing the same beat or?
Yeah, I 100% agree, Corey. Because like say if I'm like Jose here, program a double feature for random people of Godzilla. I'm not picking this movie because they're gonna be like, huh? Unless like who am I showing this double feature to? Random folks or like a Godzilla audience? If it's a Godzilla audience, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But like random Joe Schmoes off the street, like no, I'm not showing them this movie because they're gonna be like, what's going on here? I don't
Into
know.
some weird shit.
Y'all are, I guess.
Um.
Why are they in the middle
And-
of the desert? But no, I'm joking.
Oh my god, dude. Oh. I guess I will also, but I guess I'll tag team on this. We are all in agreement. However, I will come from the place of I am not the expert when it comes to Godzilla movies. Like these two are referring to people like myself who are educated in Godzilla but hadn't watched everything. I would say if you're having a Godzilla marathon, this should be like either middle part or like towards the end, to where you're like tuckered out or you need a break, because there are some things I like about this movie. Like I like Biollante's like whole character design.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this Godzilla design too. Like they just kind of zoomed in on him a lot, and I really like that a lot, bro.
Okay,
Like
Shaq,
that the
before you
whole.
go, you brought it up. Here is my hot take of all hot
boy.
takes. Well, maybe not of all hot takes. Fucking Toho themselves come up to me and they're like, Jose, Godzilla's only gonna have one design from here on out. We're never changing it again. What does he look like? I'm gonna pick this Godzilla.
I could get behind that.
Yeah, okay.
I ain't mad at it.
This is
I
probably one of my favorite Godzilla designs. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it, bro. Like this Godzilla design is pretty peak. I do have my personal favorites,
Yeah.
but this one's this one's peak, man.
I think
Sometimes-
movie
sometimes
to
he's
movie.
like a mad cat in this movie. He's just like an angry
Oh
cat.
yeah.
But
Movie to movie, I think this one is my favorite. Like Millennium's not bad. Millennium's just a spicy version of this Godzilla.
yeah.
Like this one, I feel like is kind of the perfection, because basically every single movie in Showa was a different suit design because it's rubber. They didn't last. They had to make a new suit. And I do have some favorites. Like one of my all-time favorite Godzilla's designs is specifically the Sandy Boy from Mothra
Nice.
in
Yeah.
'62. Um, but like this, like you said, if you just had to watch one over and over and over again, yeah, Heisei is dope. I've it's not behind me. I think it's in a out of rotation right now. But my first ever X Plus figure, my first ever expensive Godzilla purchase
No, nice.
was the X Plus Godzilla vs. Biollante figure. So
Yeah,
I have like behind me, I've got the X Plus Biollante, so I have the pair. Um,
sweet.
but yeah, because it's a dope ass design. Um, yeah, it's a cool
Yeah,
design.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, this is, I really like that. So yeah, like I said, I would recommend this not to start with. This is
Mhm.
something you end or you go like put it in the middle or something of like if on a Godzilla marathon. Like if you were like if you two, just like they said, if they were trying to introduce somebody who was trying to get into Godzilla movies, this would probably not be on that list.
Yeah, I would put if anything, I would recommend going the backwards route and watch Space Godzilla first, and then get to this later. Do the prequel, thing like Star Wars. Be like, yeah, start here. This is the, kind of end result, and then go back and watch Biollante because it's so much better. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I trust me. I tried to pivot, but it didn't make any sense for me to try to pivot here. I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Nah, I
hey,
started already," and I didn't know that the two movies were connected like that. So like, it
Well,
hmm
makes
like
sense. It
technically
makes more
all
sense now.
technically all the Heisei movies are connected. They're all sequels.
yeah, they are.
But Godzilla versus Space Godzilla specifically has like callbacks to this movie.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
And that is,
It makes way more sense now that I can recognize that. I was like, "Oh, okay, I can see where this is coming from." So, but what were you gonna say, Corey?
Heisei is the only series that does have a linear story.
Yeah.
Because like Showa, you know, like every third movie is another sequel to the original. Most of them are not connected. So it's kind of iffy on what movies are actually canonical in Showa. And yeah, from 84 through 95, they are all in linear order. Because that one of the like fun things about this movie, Biollante obviously evolves through the film, and that was a theme that they kept through the entirety of Heisei, is that Godzilla himself is evolving, which we see at the in its finality in Destroya. Because in every other movie, even like uh, Millennium, only 4 of those are connected and kind of barely. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, they're loosely connected like Showa. But this is the only one where they wanted like, okay, we are going to do a series where all of these Godzilla movies are connected to each other. Um, definitively connected, which is why you get to see the little baby grow
Yeah.
up beginning in the next movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and the psychic character Magum, right?
Oh yeah, Miki Sayagusa
Miggy, there
is
you go,
in.
Miggy.
Yeah, she's
Like
that
the
was
only character that comes back in every fucking movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, as the same character,
Mm-hmm.
which is like pretty wild when you think about it. Having a female role, because not even Showa has tons of returning actors, no recurring characters though.
Yeah.
Like again, that's the loose canonical thing, is like, yeah, okay, this guy is going to be a general in one film and he's going to be a scientist in another, or like a background character in another. But in this one, Miki Sayagusa stands at the forefront of the like Heisei series from this movie onward, and her role, it's like soft in 2 of the movies, King Ghidorah and Mothra,
Yeah.
but she only, other than those, like it increases in each film her importance,
Mm-hmm.
as she chats it out with Godzilla Jr.
Hell yeah, Godzilla Jr. Look at
And like, yeah, yes, yes,
Yes, yes, I understand it
yes,
all now. Yes, indubitably.
indubitably.
Quite,
yeah,
quite.
shallow and pedantic.
Yes. Um. Well, boys, let's get this on the road then. I'm going to. Now it looks like Biollante actually does have a villains wiki page,
Villains
so
we
I can pull that up
Nice.
and we can go over that, so we can do tail of the tape proper. I am going to come out here and just say, for those who've been listening to us for a while, we typically do the villains reviews differently when it comes to monsters or aliens or any kaiju or any of any sort. Um, we may have forgotten one
I'm
of
pretty
the.
sure it's still motivation, but it
It's
just
still motivation.
yeah. Yeah, it's still motivation. We just change drip. We change drip to design.
The character design. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna rock with that. So,
Mhm.
but let me go ahead and tackle the villains wiki here. For Biollante. Full name: Erica Shiragami. Alias Biollante or Biollante Rose. Obviously, the origin is from Godzilla versus Biollante.
You sure it's not
Occupation.
Rose and she has pink hair?
So
Rosé.
I wish.
I'm-
Yes, look at my form. It's
My
glorious.
my divinity.
These divine bitches. um, Occupation was a botanist, obviously, formerly. Powers and skills: immense strength, multiple vines tipped with heads or spikes, radioactive sap, enhanced regeneration, and immortality. The goals were to kill Godzilla, which obviously did not pan out. The crimes: murder, destruction, attempted world domination. The type of villain Biollante is a bioengineered mutant.
Did she really want to take over the world?
That's literally what it said. I didn't even, brother, for the 20 minutes I paid attention. That I did not get any like no take over the world type
Because
vibes.
it was almost like that tuxedo
Angry at the
mask,
world? Yes.
Yeah.
that tuxedo mask situation. Like my job here is done. You didn't do anything. I'm gone.
Just I'm gone.
Just
Like yes. Um but yeah, that's literally what it says here.
okay.
Like I'm not even I am gonna read this excerpt here that they have. I think now that I might have made a mistake. Dr. Shiragami on creating Biollante.
Oh,
just just going from the quotes here. Um Jose, can you hit these lovely people with the synopsis?
synopsis for Godzilla versus Biollante, 1989, and I lost it. Thanks.
Oh god damn it.
Thanks, Criterion. You just reset on me. Oh, so I'm normally read it off of Indiba's synopsis is so lame. I'm just reading it off the Criterion one now. So there we go.
It's fair because it's cinema.
Yeah, exactly. Diving into delirious realms of the imagination, this second film of the Godzilla franchise's 1980s resurgence showcases the towering beast for new generations of fans. This time, Godzilla's foe is one of the series' most wondrously strange kaiju creations, Biollante, a mutant plant genetically engineered from the cells of a rose, a renegade scientist's dead daughter, and Godzilla itself. With a wild plot encompassing spies, psychic children, and bonkers biotechnology, and some of the coolest special effects in the history of Japanese cinema, Godzilla vs. Biollante stands as a high point in the ever evolving mythology of the king of the monsters.
I had to double check. They really do say bonkers biotechnology. Some of
There you
that
go.
Criterion's like, yo, that shit bonkers, man.
You know it, yeah.
That's what happens when you get high and watch this movie.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Boy,
wow,
I
that's
wish.
bonkers.
Well, what if you
That's
don't understood
bonkers.
it? Shaq's like, no, I get it.
I get it
Shaq
now.
becomes from Meowth from the end of fucking the Pokemon movie. Like, what is a soul? Like, what if our purpose is just to chill and be cool? Yeah, like
I'd have been just staring at my hands like what like what is this?
on a
All
side
right.
note, I like watched the Pokemon movie with commentary one time,
Mm.
and they're like, okay, so we kind of wrote ourselves into a hole because in the Japanese dub, Meowth is kind of like a philosopher, and he's not that in the English for the kids. It's like, so we kind of had to make it to where like the clone was the one doing the philosophical talk.
Oh, that's
So
hilarious.
That
that's
makes
how we
sense.
wrote
That
around
makes
that.
sense.
Yeah. So I was like, I
That makes
think it
sense.
was
Like it
hilarious.
was like, yo, we done goofed, but we
Yeah.
can fix this.
We can fix this.
We can clone him
Godzilla, we can do it. We have the technology.
That's
As
in
they
the next
smash a
movie.
rock, into the into the computer, hoping it does things.
better.
Godzilla versus Biollante came out in Japan in December 16th of 1989 with a runtime of 104 minutes. I will not be going over who is starring in this movie because I don't want to butcher names because also don't want to get beat up by Kory because I will have to see him eventually. However, now that I actually have Kory here and Jose, I will be playing some music here. Well, I ain't gonna play the music. Jose, you got to press the button. It's the red one, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to play another round of Bop or Flop. This time we have a special guest, Kory. Here will be playing against Jose. First time, Jose, so if you get it wrong, you won't be alone
Yay!
in your embarrassment. All right.
Oh, shout out to because like it's the blue one. I hit the blue. Oh, it's the blue one on
It's the
the
blue
second
one.
page.
Okay, because the red one is the
Yeah,
is
the
the
red
reggae
one.
horn.
Yeah, the Jamaican
I
bull.
think the reggae horn. There it is.
The Vuvuzuela.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
All right.
Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Oh no, things haunted the World Cups for years. They
So I will start this off because I don't want to give Jose any hope.
he knows.
Because one of us watched the commentary.
Oof.
I know where this stood. So yeah, for those listening, because I do what I do, I watched this on Friday with commentary and then this morning without commentary so that I could be like, I don't know why I prepared for this episode, but I was also excited to listen to commentary. So I know exactly where this stands as far as the bop or flop goes.
Fair enough. Okay, so you
Because
will
it is part of
be-
the commentary.
Okay, fair enough.
It would be an unfair
Excellent.
advantage.
So Jose, he's telling you he's gonna put you through a table. That's exactly what this is. Realistically, I mean, you prepared yourself.
He could still play. He could still play
I mean,
by
he's going to
himself.
play.
We could just
He
judge
has
him.
He has no choice. He's going to play. This is his hell. Jose, this movie had a budget of 700 million yen, which is 10.7 million in US dollars. What do you think the box office take home was for this, and was it a bop or flop?
So I do know some stuff about this. I think technically this was a flop
Okay.
because that's why they never said, "Hey." After this movie, they're like, "Nope, we're never using original creations again, buddy. Bring on King Ghidorah. Come, you big sexy goat thing. We gotta bring you back, buddy." But how much did it make? It might have made like a little over budget. What did you say? It was 7 million.
So it was 10. So I'm not gonna hit you with the yen because I know
Okay,
that's
yeah.
gonna be, but it was $10.7 million in their budget for in American money.
So let's just say it made 50.
If you said if it was a flop, think about it now.
Well, it made like a little. It didn't make as much as they wanted it to make. That's what I'm trying to say. So what can I just say? Can I just say 12? 13. Give me 15. Give me 15,
15?
Shag. Yeah.
Brother, I love you. Are you sure?
God damn. No, I'm not. But I want to get this shit over with.
15 is your final answer?
Sure, Shag.
Okay.
Is it 35?
Kory?
Look at Shag.
So that I don't know the exact number because they didn't go over that.
Okay.
I know the next
Okay.
one.
Oh,
I know the
wow.
next
Okay.
one.
So wait,
Yeah.
Jose. Then
So
okay.
there's still a chance.
Corey.
So you're saying there's a
You know what?
chance?
I'm saying 35 then. Give me 35.
35? Okay.
35.
You
Okay.
Okay, 20.
Corey.
This is
20?
Japanese money.
Are you?
20.
No. Stay with American money. Stay
No,
with
no,
American money.
But like translated over.
Okay, so
You
you're
know,
saying
they
20
don't have
million?
they don't have like box office like we do.
No,
So 20
but
would be a lot.
So you're saying 20 million US is
Yes.
what it took,
Yeah.
what it had to take home. Okay, Corey,
Let's see.
you
I'm
also
gonna.
was it a bop or a flop? And then what do you think the box office take home was? Now remember, the budget for this was 10.7 million.
I'm gonna. Oh man. So flop, but I'm gonna say. I'll say 12 or not 12, 13 million.
So you're gonna take. Okay, so
No,
Jose
it's
It's
originally
gonna be
said
barely. Yeah, it's. I think Jose was probably originally more correcter.
More corrector.
More correct. Like I think it made something, but it wasn't a success. Because that's also studio budget, not counting for advertising and anything else.
Mm-hmm. Um, looking at the conversion rate, because the yen doesn't make any sense to me. First off, you boys are correct. Godzilla vs. Biollante was a flop, but with the budget being 10.7 million in US, I looked at the conversion rate, and that conversion rate was nine six million nine hundred and thirty
Jesus Christ.
thousand 445.
So it was $4,000 under.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I knew they were going to take a loss, but I didn't think it was that much of a loss.
Yeah. Same here.
I had to look at the conversion rate because I was just like, wait, what? And it made more sense because it was a bop. Because they said it was like it put over. Hold on, let me look. Yeah, they said while it was $10 million, it was $10 million in US. It did not make its money back because it says it made money billion with like billion yen. You look at the conversion rate, it's like 6. So I'm like, I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, okay, no, never mind. That makes a lot of sense because it is a flop and it didn't make any much more than it didn't make the money back that it was supposed to make. So both of y'all overshot,
Yeah.
but Corey was closer. He's still wrong though.
Yeah, still wrong on that.
Yeah,
But
it was like I was literally trying to get Jose to come back down. I was like,
come
no.
back down. Jose's
I'm like, bro,
30?
no.
No, 20.
30, no,
No,
stop.
40.
Funny.
40. I'm like, no, brother, no.
That's the other one. No.
No. I don't know why my brain went to like Patrick from SpongeBob putting the fucking dollar in the vending machine that had the paint on it. And SpongeBob's like, he's like, SpongeBob's like, yo, Patrick, get it. He's just shoving that motherfucker in. He's like, no, I'm gonna keep going. I'm like, no, why would you do this? But all right. Now we've had our fun, but now we get down to the nitty gritty of this movie. Jose, you got the synopsis. You went over the synopsis. Is now trying to go over the plot summary.
The summary. Let's go. Get away. Shoot.
Speaking
And
of
as
shoot,
always,
where
we
is
Shh.
your son?
Shh.
Oh no.
Do not awaken the beast. Okay?
I mean, he
Do
can't
not
hear me. You
awaken
got
the
headphones in.
Thank God for that. He is
And
beautifully sleeping like a beautiful baby boy he is. Leave him alone. Leave him alone, Shaq. All right, as always, we get our plot synopsis from good old Wikipedia. So if something's wrong, fuck them, not us. And insert Rick and Morty saying, "Here we go."
You know, you can just do sound clips.
Yeah, that's too much work.
that's
got time
crazy.
for a Vuvuzuela?
Well, that came preloaded on the thing.
You're gonna get our poor editor to just put in
No.
the Rick and Morty. The Rick and Morty. I mean, he probably will because he's a good lad. But like at the same time,
Because what an angel. What an angel.
he is. Love you,
All
love you,
right.
Jay. You're a big.
Okay, so in the aftermath of Godzilla's attack on Tokyo and later imprisonment at Mount Mihara, which, by the way, for the longest time I thought he died. young baby Jose watching Godzilla 1985, thinking he died in the volcano,
No,
was the saddest thing in the fucking world to me.
he
That
melted.
motherfucker fell. That motherfucker fell in there. I was just cackling.
He fell
I'm
with the
like, what?
power of birds. He fell in the. I don't understand. I haven't seen that movie forever. I don't remember the science behind that. They're like, hey, Godzilla will follow these seagulls, and we can just drop them into the fucking volcano. I don't know how that worked. I can't remember. But anyway, Godzilla's cells are secretly delivered to the Soradia Institute of Technology and Science in Soradia. Soradia? Soradia.
Saudi because
So,
it's Saudi Arabia is what it's
oh
a
my
play on.
fucking god. That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
yeah, because it's a fake country that's based
It
on
is a
Saudi
fake country.
Arabia.
Look at Shag. Look at Shag. Where they are
I'm learning.
to be merged with genetically modified plants in hoping of transforming Soradian deserts into fertile land and ending the country's economic dependence on oil wells. Ha! That
So, real quick, because this like blew my mind having watched this uh, when I did. That is the entire plot of Pluto.
oh nice.
Yeah. That's or at least the causation for things happening. So it's
Yeah.
not the active plot, it was the previous plot that led to the current plot. So I was just like watching this and it's like, "Oh my god, I just watched a modernized Tezuka retelling that's based on Biollante."
Oh shit. That's pretty awesome actually. Dr. Genshiro Shirogami and his daughter Erika are enlisted to aid with the project, but a terrorist bombing destroys the institute's laboratory, ruining the cells and killing Erika. So let's talk about this cold opening where Japan's getting cells, and all of a sudden we can assume not America, quotation marks, pulls up, steals even more cells, and like strategically kills the
They just start
Japanese
killing
soldier.
everyone.
Yeah, they just kill everyone on
Just kill
sight.
all the scientists that are there.
And while they are doing the American thing, they start high fiving, like, yeah, we did it. Good job, guys. Yeah. Mr. Saradian agent, Shaq's boy, pulls up behind the
Also,
pillar and just one shots everybody.
yeah, do you know his like listed name in the movie instead of just a radiant agent?
No, what was, did he
It's
have one?
SSS9.
SSS9?
Yes,
That's
that
so
is
cool.
his character name. He is supposed to be based
Wait,
on James Bond.
is that
Oh,
four
wow.
S's or is
Three.
that three? Damn.
SSS9.
So it's like, so I was thinking Cyborg 009, but like the fighting game enthusiast already was like K dash. It was just K999. I was like, oh my god, let's go. But anyway, shots at
K-Dash.
K
Or
dash.
the
I was like,
Super Samurai Squad 9.
Hey,
that's
there
what I'm
you
sitting
go.
there like I was like,
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, wait, he's cooler than I thought. I was like,
No, it's just like they never actually say it in the movie, but that is his listed name is SSS9.
Oh,
based
yeah,
on
there it
James
is.
Bond.
Is
Yeah.
they never say
SSS9
for the
Saradian agent.
assassins.
No,
For the
they never
assassins,
say
they
it.
never say their names. Like they're just there, and I was just like, bro, that's
No, old dude had a name in Ghidorah.
I didn't care.
It was,
Give a
I
shit.
didn't care.
was
I
it
didn't
not
give a shit.
Roland? I can't know.
Bro, you were asking the wrong dude
Yeah.
because I did not care because I was like, look at the assassin
No,
guy.
it was Maltese,
Can't do his-
remember?
Look at that
Like,
drip.
That,
it was,
that
yeah,
motherfucker, look at the
like,
drip. It's like, oh my god, he is incompetent. Like, why? But word, go ahead. I'm
he
sorry,
had her dead to rights like 30 times in that fucking movie.
brother. Like a Saturday morning cartoon villain could not kill.
Yeah, but anyway, Buddy pulls up, shoots the American, steals the thing, tells him to kiss. Right? He's like, now kiss. And then kind of walks away. Oh. And we see him on a boat, chilling with the thing in his sight, which is a plot hole that I will talk about later. And we're gone. We're here in the desert. We meet Dr. Shimigami and his daughter. It's like, hey, a fresh batch of Godzilla cells came in. I gotta go. You know, they got to be immediately preserved. And then him and the. So is this the head of the corporation or is this
Yeah.
the Saudi president? Well, I was like,
I'm pretty sure he's I mean, it could be both, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
So one of the other wild things about this movie, what is this? Like, yeah, so the first like 10 minutes of this movie is entirely in English.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. All right, I get to step in.
English.
I get to step
It's-
in.
yeah.
It was the weirdest shit that I could not like. I checked out. I'm not gonna hold you. I was watching it, but I checked out because the languages, at least on the Cinemax version that I was watching, there was no dubs. Like it was in
Yeah.
Japanese,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
English.
even no. Okay, so
It. Go ahead.
but they're speaking like Japanglish though. They weren't doing like they didn't dub it over with Japanese voices, right?
No.
Yeah.
When the black dude didn't sound like a black dude, I was like, "What is happening?" That was jarring as hell. Cause who was talking, and I'm like, wait, that can't
Right, 'cause they keep
fucking.
going.
He's like,
Yeah.
what are we looking? Like, I don't know if we're ahead of ourselves, but it was a
Just a
scene.
little bit, yeah.
Okay, it was a scene where that motherfucker was like, where they're like looking into it. I'm not gonna go into it because I don't want to step on your shoes. But like, they were just talking, and he's like, what are we looking for? And I'm just like, who is talking? And the camera cuts back, and I see the black dude move his lips, and the voice comes out, and I'm like,
So if you are not entirely familiar with Heisei, they had a bunch of American actors throughout Heisei.
Yeah.
Um, and they did as well in like Showa, but they get it's kind of dumb, but uh, they always have to read the script that's given to them. So it's written in this film, at least according to the commentary, the guy who helped them with the English was the agent. So
Oh,
you
no.
have this like Arabian dude who lived in Japan at the time who's helping the Japanese with English dialogue. So it's not even technically Japanglish. It's like something else because they even kept saying every time they say America, they say the America. They specifically say the America every
I
single
noticed
time.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that because yeah, I've seen other like bad dubs and subs where they'll say the and like a country or the Mars and Cowboy Bebop. Um but yeah, so the whole thing but yeah, like the first 10 minutes is English, but it's not it doesn't go in your ears because as native English speakers, you're just like, yeah, all those are words. Yeah, I
Dude,
know
like
what each one of those words means.
I see an American woman documenting Godzilla, and I'm listening to it because I'm in my brain. I'm like, okay, this must be dubbed, but it's an American woman
Yeah.
saying what happened to Godzilla. I'm like, why would America be
It's
covering
not
this?
CNN, it's CCN.
Yeah, I'm like, why would we? I'm like, why would we care?
To
But I'm
be
like,
fair,
okay,
if a
cool.
giant kaiju pulled up anywhere on Earth right now, that'd be like,
In the '80s, though, bro, that's their
I
problem.
think,
especially in the
well,
80s.
I think
Maybe
we would
now
have
we
like
wouldn't
international
think
news.
It'll be international news, but I didn't expect to see a full blown like American talking about it. That was like it was
Yeah.
jarring, but I was like, okay, it's dubbed. But I was like,
Maybe
it's an
now
American.
we wouldn't give a shit. Maybe now it's like, yo, Godzilla gonna help us pay rent? He gonna lower the
For real.
cost of food?
Brother,
No,
like brother, we hey dog, we hit him with like, why are you not scared, brother? I got so much shit going on right now.
Yeah,
like dog,
like got a
they
lot
came
going
out.
on right now.
They came out last year and said, yeah, aliens exist, dog. We're not gonna hide it.
We just
They
like,
out there.
all right, they
And we're
out
like-
there. It's like,
we're like,
okay,
okay.
all
Are
right,
they
cool.
coming to take over? If so, tell them to hurry up. Like,
Hurry that shit up, bro.
Man,
what about these
Tell them
bills,
to bring the
though?
meteor with
yeah,
them. Tell them to bring the meteor with them. But
exactly.
yeah, no, it was just something that like it was kind of jarring because the languages would switch and there'd be no type of like closed caption or anything, like no like dubbing on
Because they were
any of
closed
that.
captioning it in Japanese.
Yeah, that's what
So
I'm
that's the
saying.
thing.
Like
Yeah, like the
the
it's so weird though. But the way they speak, yeah, it's hard to remember anything that anyone ever said because nothing. Like I think when the military dudes, what was it? They like hid from the scientists and then popped up behind them. I think they shout, "Look this way" or something like that. Look this way, and it's like no one would ever say that.
yeah,
No.
exactly.
No one, like not at that point in time. But like I was telling Brenda because we had this conversation the other day about Princess Mononoke, just came out in IMAX, um, and like nuance gets missed a lot. So that's why like they'll say the right words. The words have the right meaning and technically they can apply, but as a native speaker, you would never say that. Like, if you popped up behind someone, Shaggy, that you're trying to kill, you wouldn't be like, "Look this way." You'd be like, "Eat shit," or something like.
Hey guys, over
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'd say something like super clever.
Yeah,
Or
very
something.
clever.
Yeah, I'd say something very clever or something super corny. There's no in between.
Oh,
But like, no, it was just jarring, and this is coming from someone who's like never seen this, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like I was like, what the, okay.
Yeah, but
And then like going halfway into the movie, it's just, and I'm gonna wrap
No,
this
you're
up
good,
so you
yeah.
can continue, Jose. Going into it, it's just like I had to walk away because I was like, okay, maybe I can kind of understand. No, I can't understand shit. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. It's lost me. I'm just gonna wait till the fucking kaiju just show up. That's
can't
it.
understand the English or the Japanese.
No, because I'm like, I was like, bro, I have no idea what's going on, so I just said, fuck it. I'm gonna just go this way. Fuck, just whatever. But go ahead, Jose.
Yeah. But yeah, but also the building blows up. Erica dies. That's a major plot point. Yeah,
Next to a rose.
next to a rose that somehow didn't burn in the explosion. Also, Erica
Yeah.
looks pretty fine,
Look at
all things considered. There was an explosion.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like, it could be a like kinetic
Oh
impact.
yeah. You're right.
So, like, she could die from the pressure or getting hit by a wall.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
That is true. I don't need to see dismembered pieces everywhere. You're right. Terrifier has ruined me.
Brother, no, we've been very much ruined before Terrifier. I don't know what you're talking about.
That is true. All right. 5 years later.
Later.
Yep.
Time
Shirogami has
skip.
returned to Japan and merged some of Erica's cells with those of a rose in an attempt to preserve her soul. Meanwhile, scientists Kazuhito Kirishima and Lieutenant Goro Gondo, see, that's an easy one, of the JSDF are using the Godzilla cells they collected to create anti-nuclear energy bacteria, hoping it can serve as a weapon against Godzilla should he return. They attempt to recruit Shirogami to aid them, but are rebuffed. So I guess really in this paragraph, we just beat Gondo, who's chilling with a cool fucking Godzilla versus Kong statue.
Yeah.
And
That's a
then
dope ass statue.
he's chilling with that, like, man, I'm hoping he shows up. I'm kind of bored. I feel like I'm wasting taxpayers' money. I hate to say it, but as I watched that, I'm like, oh yeah, Eli would have cut your ass. Your ass would have been done. We'd have no Godzilla resistance whatsoever. And 2 days later, he'd pop up and we'll be like, thanks, Elon.
Well, yeah. So we meet everyone.
Yeah,
Because we
it's
meet
like-
the other, like, the obviously the current scientist, and then her boyfriend, and then the older military guy, and then the younger military guy. Oh, and throughout all of this, because there's a sandwich here. The first meeting is in a destroyed building, like erected from.
Oh yeah, from
84.
Godzilla 85.
Yeah, the giant the perfect footprint through that building.
Yeah.
And then you very quickly meet Miki Sayagusa again and all the psychic children, and then you get the JSDF. So you have the Godzilla Memorial sandwiched with the anti-Godzilla people, and Miki Sayagusa in between.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Now
yeah.
I'll say this: when this scene came up, and they were thinking about creating a monster. First off, I've seen enough Godzilla movies to know, like, brother, this is not gonna work in the way you need it to work. Like 1,000%. Like, we need something to fight Godzilla. Like, we need to have protection. And I'm like, this ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. And then the more this went on, I was like, I hit him with the old. A wise man once said, "Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not that they could, they didn't stop to think if they should."
Well, and they also like, so they want to make the bacteria, the anti-nuclear bacteria. And one of the scientists who agrees to help them is clearly still suffering from depression.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just want the cells for 7 days. And they're like, all right.
Yeah.
What could possibly go? What could possibly go wrong?
What's he
Yeah,
need
because
this for?
when they first go to him, he's like, I don't give a shit, dude. I've lost the will to live. I just want to
They
be
tell
alone.
him that.
He's like, I
He
just want to
tells
be
him
with
that.
I just want to be alone with my plants. Leave
Just
me
want to
alone.
fucking
I'm sorry to disappoint you, gentlemen, but I vowed never to work with the Godzilla cells again.
die.
I don't give a fuck about my country. Okay, I just they're like, okay, like that guy
Yeah, we'll
seems
just
like
give you access to the most powerful science, the most
He's
powerful
like,
molecules and known to science.
they look at him going like, he's honest. Let's give him what he wants.
Yeah.
Be like, why would you do this?
Yeah, that
Oh,
shit
man.
cracked me up. Like, your country needs you. I don't give a fuck about my country.
Yeah.
I love my daughter and she blew up. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
With my plants.
Yeah, my
Like-
plants are here. I just care about that. Just don't pay no mind to my special rose garden in a special case.
With my daughter's cells in the rose.
Yeah.
And
Stay
no, I
out
guess-
of the rose garden.
Goddamn.
I guess no one's caught on to this because I don't think he tells anyone
Well,
because
what
he's
does he
just
tell? What does he tell old girl, the psychic? Like, hey, can you?
well, he just wants to hear if the roses are speaking. I don't know because I think he's covering it where it's like, I just want to know what plants think.
Yeah,
Just
because
really
I'm old and I'm just old
Yeah,
and lonely.
like I'm old and I'm just taking it as like an interest,
Yeah. Okay.
not telling her that they're infused with his daughter's cells. Yeah.
Which he does.
Fucking
Which
wild.
she does hear him before she leaves. She's like, "Hey, someone just told you goodbye."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
They're just
last
looking at her
line
like,
of
"Hey,
the
we gotta
vision.
go."
Like, oh, really? We got to get out. Like,
Yeah.
like I've seen that's perfectly normal.
Also, shout out. That's also one of my little favorite little mini Godzilla scenes when they're like, "Hey, all the kids had the same dream last night." Oh, really? Yeah, they're drawing it right now. Hey, kids, what did y'all dream about? And it's just Godzilla. Just,
The fucking theme music hits.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
adorable.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
And
precious.
they're like, "Oh, that's not good."
No. But even me on the other end, I'm like, I hear the theme music play, and I'm like, damn, is he gonna eat the kids? I'm like, no, never mind. It's just with drawings. That's great.
Just drawings.
That's super. What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. And shout out to Gondo. He doesn't care. He's like, "Look, I'll take this as a sign that Godzilla's coming. Let's go investigate some stuff."
Oh, he's fully invested.
Yeah, he's like, "Let's go." Yeah.
When I watched it the second time, like without commentary, I was like, man, we really like Miki was at her school, and then 2 scenes later, she's in a helicopter over like with the military people. I'm like, we're just here.
Yeah.
She was with the scientists, and now she's with the military. And he because he's literally like, I'll fucking do anything. ESP, fuck it. Yeah, sure. All right. Whatever makes Godzilla come back, I'm for it.
And she's like, "Hey, Godzilla's awake," and he's like, "It's time, baby."
Like, all right.
And he like that Joe Button, that bum bum bum. I've been waiting, baby.
Yep. And then it shows him going to like the prime minister, like, "Well, that went exactly how we thought it was gonna go."
Oh my god, dude.
Just man, this is fucking great. And so part of the reason we forget to say, like, an earthquake happens and it destroys his little rose garden. So that's why he was immediately like, "Yo, I take it back. I'll study the cells, the Godzilla cells. Just give me 7 days alone with them. Just 7 days. That's all I need."
Just 7. That's all I need.
7 days.
Oh, and of course, the
fucking
reason
ring.
not America shows up and, not Saudi Arabia shows up because this anti-nuclear energy bacteria has the power to make nukes obsolete.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing. They're like, "Oh, no, you don't, Japan.
It's
Hey, what are you doing over there?"
What are you doing?
Shout out to, like, not G Corporation, the head dude. It's like, "Hey, look, man, we suffered nukes. We suffered Godzilla. We need a little self-defense.
I'm
I'm
just
saying."
trying to clean up.
Yeah.
Well, because that was the point. It was just to clean up.
Yeah.
But then there was the corporate guy that's like, yeah, this can be used as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And it would, it would be crazy because, yeah, it'd be wild to render. Not that Saudi Arabia had nukes, but like Russia had nukes. We were having a whole Cold War happening.
Exactly.
Russia, Cuba, America. And it's like, yeah, just imagine rendering all of them useless. but it's the normal scientific thing of it's like, okay, well, we just want it to clean up our country. But yes, everyone else is, of course, concerned because they can use it, you know,
Yeah,
for their own despicable means.
exactly.
Gotta
Despicable
weaponize
means.
it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, because during this, you see that the doctor's being spied on by Shag's two favorite, the incompetent assassins, I guess, and the SSS9. Fuck that. I'm calling that motherfucker
Dude,
that the rest of the movie.
yeah.
Triple
So
S9 over there, he's just chilling.
one of my favorite scenes is they show like the two Americans, and one of them even comments on the girl. I forget what he said, but he
He's
makes
like,
like
"Hey, it looks pretty,
a
looks nice to me," or something like
That was
that.
a
yeah,
black
yeah,
dude.
That's my guess too. But what?
She's not a bad sight. This ain't a beauty contest, you know.
You're right.
That was the black dude.
No,
I know that was
the
him.
black dude was just angry in the front, like, "Do your job, man," or something.
Okay, word,
Yeah.
but
word.
they've got
It was
the
not
not
John
Americans.
Leguizamo in the back.
John, like, yeah, John Leguizamo.
Oh,
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so like they've got the Americans looking at the scientists. So the scientists are being spied on by the Pacific Express van, and then like 50 feet away, like plain as day, is SSS9 in his car spying on them. And it's like,
Bro.
y'all suck.
it's like
Bro.
look slightly to the left, and you see we're
I
being.
know.
He's
You
right
see
there,
that you're
dude.
being spied on.
Dude, he's
Oh,
like in the car. You can't miss it. The car's just like parked to the side, and he's like, "Yes,
This silver ass car in the green, like mountainous treed area.
bro." Not one iota of camouflage.
No, not at
Not
all.
one. He
yeah,
just
he just
clear
on
as
his little
day,
laptop,
bro.
like biotech, like. Like-
Yes.
That is a hilarious scene. You think about it. It's like, hey man, if you just look slightly to your left, you can see.
You see
Yeah.
a dude just watching y'all. like, bro, like he's in the like if it was a parking lot, that motherfucker would be like 4 like spots over. All you had to do was just look over to your left
With
and he's like,
binoculars looking through all the other car windshields, just like
Like if he was hiding in a bush, I would
Yeah.
have expected some more. Like,
anything.
just like some bush,
Literally
sunglasses, or
anything.
like bush, like a bush hat or something. Just
dog,
some
something.
Looney Tune shit. I would have respected it more.
Yeah, just like just a small rock and he's behind it. I would have. All right, cool. Like he's hiding behind a small pillar. Like he's just
Yeah,
he's
anything.
just peeking, like just anything. But no, clear as day. Clear as
Oh,
fucking day.
shit.
Just right there. God,
Okay,
they're
let's
incompetent.
see. Here we go. Where am I at? Oh, here we go. International tensions increase over Godzilla cells as they are converted, or as they are coveted by both Soradia Institute of just Soradia and Biotech. I'm not saying all that shit. An eruption from Mountain Mihara causes tremors across the area, including Shirogami's home, badly damaging the roses. Okay, so my bad. We hadn't got to that part yet. Shirogami agrees to join the efforts and is given access to Godzilla cells, which he secretly merges with one of the roses. A night later, okay, whatever. Biomajor and Saradian agents break into Shirogami's lab, but are both attacked by a large plant-like monster named Biollante by Shirogami, which later escapes to Lake Ashi.
Don't you love how they always know what the creature's name is?
Yeah, I know, right? Like he just knows.
Like
It's
it
like,
just existed.
yeah, it's like,
He's just sitting in his lab, like doing the G cell thing. He's like, "Yo, if this thing turns into a monster, I'm calling it Biollante."
yeah. I mean,
Like, I already know.
I know.
Like
I know
like
what's
the shit
happening.
just comes out with a name tag.
Yeah, it does.
Like it just sits there and be like, "Yo, like what is that?" I mean, if we look at the name right there, it says
Yeah,
Biollante.
it's right there.
It's like,
Hi,
okay,
hello,
it's
my
right
name
there.
is.
It's like right there on the thing. Just point it out. It's so dumb. Like it's oh my god, dude. This movie.
Okay, so basically,
But
yeah,
that-
those dudes break into the lab and they're just
Yeah,
This
skipped
part right
over
here.
that scene. Yeah, that is golden. It's so. This is why this is like a Drunken with Friends movie, because like watching it is kind of painful, but talking about it is so much fun.
Yeah.
Dude.
But I love that dude. Well, he fires off like 2 shots and throws the gun over his shoulder and pulls out a second gun.
That
My man
motherfucker
did not believe in reloading.
No, you remember when you died in Call of Duty and there's that famous quote to like switching to your secondary weapon is quicker than reloading. He took that to heart.
He took
Yeah,
that
he
seriously. He said, "Nah, fam." He was like, "Why would I reload? Just pull out." And it's a pea shooter too.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
small
yeah,
gun.
because he's it's based on Bond, so it's very. I don't think it's a Walter PPK, but it's probably something very similar. It's going with that tiny Bond gun is what
That
he
tiny
wants.
Bond, yeah, just
Well,
like
he's got his like sniper rifle, but then the tiny Bond gun.
that damn sniper rifle looked like a fucking AR, dude.
It really
Like,
did.
That was a big bitch. That was a big bitch, dude. And I'm like, Jesus. And but they broke into the house, and like the 2 Americans get clapped, like with the quickness, and he comes in, he's like, yeah, but then he gets the fucking the Biollante arm just comes out and grabs him, and he's like the only smart person in the room and just attacks what was grabbing him instead of going like, oh my god, what's going on? And he's like, no, and that motherfucker was tossing his little ass around.
This is where the black agent just gets murdered. He just gets shook.
He like drops his gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "Ah!"
Buddy, Commando leaps out the window.
Oh yeah.
Just fucking.
I would have done the same shit. Not even
Now, one of the things I had never considered until watching the commentary, but does that scene where Biolante's coming up through the floorboards after John Leguizamo, does that look familiar at all?
Was that not Tremors?
Just not Tremors.
Okay, that's the vibe I got.
Little before it though.
What was it?
The Thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So something I had never considered. Now there's never anything stated that any of this is copying The Thing, and with the way that it plays out, I don't think any of it is trying to copy The Thing. But there's certainly like someone was inspired by like the popping up of the floorboards thing, because the floorboards are lit, which is also in The Thing. Like underneath the floorboards are lit as well.
Okay.
So someone was like, yo, I saw this really cool thing, yeah, sure. And also it's about both of these movies are about something that is perpetually evolving. One is plant and one is animal.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. And
similar, but I don't think he's trying to copy. But
right.
yeah, the commentary, which since you have it, have the 4K, you should watch it, because they talk about the horror aspects of the film. And I was like, man, I have never considered any part of this film horror, but they point out a couple of things, and it's like the Japanese just back then did not do horror well at all.
Yeah.
It took them into like the 2000s or even after that to actually do horror, because they're like, yeah, this scene is reminiscent of horror. And I'm like, you're right on a surface level, but execution,
these actors
is not that good.
Executing them.
But yeah, it's supposed to be a horror thing, which is why like it starts with the friggin' like the guy gets wrapped and dragged back into a dark room, and then the other one it's just floorboards popping up with giant tentacles chasing him, and then another guy gets thrown around. It's like, yeah, technically all of this stuff is horror, but you need like better lighting. You need more dramatic lighting and dramatic Foley to be happening right now for me to think that this is horror.
Dramatic lighting, yeah. But yeah, shout out to Songwriting. Shout out to S9, who fucking just knifes his way out of the vine and just
pulls
the fuck out of there.
Dog, he CQC's his way out of there.
Like I kind of,
and I'm like, look at my guy.
I kind of wish he got the cool commando dive out of the building, but no, he just gets up and fucking runs.
Nah, I'm out. Like, he's like, nah, bro, you ain't gonna ruin this suit, and he's out of here.
Are you gonna grab your gun for evidence? Like you just casually tossed it?
Yeah, the gun that he just threw. Yeah. What happened to the other gun? Did he even put that one back? Does he have just two guns lying on the floor? I mean, at that point,
sitting there.
Well, from here on out, he just has a rifle. He's like, I'm just using this.
Yeah.
You want something done, you use the big bitch.
But yeah, but then like the next morning, they're like, well, what have you done, doctor? It's like, I have made a mistake. He's like, I done goofed.
I done goofed. Yeah, like I may have bitten off of more than I could chew here.
In
Yeah,
theory.
so you remember when you
sounds
gave
like-
me access to the most powerful regenerating cells known to mankind? You probably should have done that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did a heckin' oopsie.
It said like it's like I pissed in God's eye. He
Yeah.
blinked. He blinked.
Exactly.
like oh no.
Alrighty, here we go. Biomajor agents plant explosives around Mount Mihara. Why did I say Mihara? And blackmail the national
Christmas.
diet. The national diet. Diet?
Diet.
Spell
Is
it
that what
out.
they're called? No, it's national
Yeah.
diet. Is that what
Yeah,
the
the
board of?
national diet. Yes.
Okay, who knows? Who knew?
God.
Why don't you say the fucking
One day when
Japanese
you get to
Congress?
high
How about
school,
that? Warning: the explosives will be detonated and thus free Godzilla if the cells are not handed over. Wait. Kirishimi and Gondo attempt to trade, but the Soradian agent, triple S9, yes, they finally named him, thwarts the attempt and escapes with the cells. The explosives are detonated and Godzilla is released. Godzilla attempts to reach the newest power plant to replenish his supply of nuclear energy, but Biollante calls out to Godzilla. Okay, so this comes out like this shouldn't go down the way it should go down. Like something tells me if like a fucking major pharmaceutical company or bioengineering company holds a nation for ransom, like the UN would step in. Something.
maybe
Somebody
it
got
is like corporate espionage. So I think maybe that's part of it, because it's company versus like company or country. But I think the irony is like, okay, so if you don't give us what we want, we're going to wake up an unstoppable power.
Yeah.
Like that we can't stop either. Like, yeah, it's going to screw you first, and it's eventually going to work its way over to us, the other people who have access, I guess, to nuclear power.
Yeah, well, but then, because I feel like everyone would team up and go like, okay, guys, hold on. The world would get together like, maybe we should help out Japan because Godzilla can take us all out.
Yeah, eventually. Like, you can't stop them with a nuke.
Yeah, that's just wild to me that fucking some bioengineering corporations like, yo, we're gonna release Godzilla. We don't get the fuck we want.
Yeah, they're holding Japan hostage.
If you think about it, who stops Resident Evil? I mean, who stops the Umbrella Corporation?
Well, to be fair, after Resident Evil 2, Umbrella went under because they're like, okay, that was our bad, guys. My bad. We caused Raccoon City to get nuked.
We're sorry.
That was on us.
Whoops.
Yeah. Do we have our shadow company ready to go? Yes. Okay, yeah, Umbrella's done. We're finished. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we're done. We're done. Continue the experiments.
Meanwhile, can I tell you about my newest corporation, Neo Umbrella? No,
totally different.
Yeah, totally different.
We're doing different things, guys. We're not what we used to be. We promise.
Yeah, we're not a pharmaceutical country.
We have an HR department now.
Yeah.
It's just a skeleton just sitting there. It's just a skeleton. It's a dolled up skeleton just sitting there. It's like I'm going to HR. That motherfucker's like, he was just sitting there going like, I don't know what your problems are.
Yeah.
But okay, so when you said Biollante calls out the Godzilla, I fully my brain, and you know how fucking stupid I could be, Jose.
Mm-hmm.
My brain instantly goes up to where Biollante just has a JBL speaker playing fucking Fetty Wap. And Godzilla pulls up.
Like,
not in my neighborhood. I hate Fetty Wap.
You cut that shit off right now.
Like, no, we're not going to do this right now. You're not going to tarnish the cells, my cells in your body with that filth.
With that Fetty Wap.
Okay. Yeah, so the fucking two dudes pull up on the Biomajor agent, not John Leguizamo, who can speak Japanese.
No, it is because it was it's the two military guys pull up to John Leguizamo.
So they were just gonna hand this shit over. They didn't have like a plan. Like, hey, military dude, can you snipe him from a helicopter? Can you?
Yeah, they didn't have a very good plan.
It's just him. Just rush him with the military. He's done.
But then not American, not John Leguizamo, his response is he's like, you know what? I'm gonna hit that dude with a truck.
Yeah, when the Serratian agent, when Triple S9
Yeah.
pulls up, and he's
And
like,
that's when he had a pea shooter, though. He had his little tiny gun, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna stop this guy with a sniper or with a rifle."
I'm going to drive in a straight line at him.
Yeah, in a straight line with a giant box truck. It's like, dude, no one thought any of this through.
At all.
And he's just like, oh, thanks for lining up the shot for me.
Bro, and he
Well-
without saying a fucking word, he just one shot at that dude. And I'm like, this by far is the greatest hitman I have ever seen in a Godzilla movie. Because I'm like, he gets shit done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, everyone he's murked so far has like pretty much asked for it. Like I said, those Americans were like high fiving, taking a smoke break. Like, hey, we killed the guys. We're done. We don't have to escape the country first. No, let's take a break.
Well, but John Leguizamo has no excuse because you have to imagine the mindset where like he's going to do this deal, and in his mind he's telling himself, you know, roughly 8 to 10 hours ago, I was almost assassinated by someone. It'd be kind of dumb for that to happen a second time. No one would ever think to re-assassinate me.
Yeah, they've lost their element of surprise. They wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
no,
like
we
fucking
did it
like
again.
it's like a remedial version of No One Expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, hey, like what the huh? Like, no one expects us.
The Mexican Inquisition. I did not expect you. No one ever does.
Oh, what a pull! What a pull!
Shit. But yeah, so Buddy gets killed in I guess the back of the truck. They're trying to find the detonation button. He's like, I got
it's the big red one right next to the big blue one.
But no, they're hitting everything. They're just hit every button.
But he finally, and I did see him because there was like a blue button next to the red one, and he hit it a couple of times, and then he hits the red one. But again, then he confidently says, "Oh yeah, we can't stop it." And it's like, I mean, I guess technically after hitting every button in there, you would assume that one of those would have stopped it. So your options have worn out, but still, he's just so confident. It's like, yeah.
But then, like a boss, he literally just says amen because his prayers are answered, and Godzilla finally shows up. He's like, finally, I got a job. My job. I get to earn my paycheck. Thank God.
Instead of doing paperwork.
Exactly.
Dog.
And then Godzilla comes out the volcano. It's one of the coolest Godzilla entrances ever.
Oh yeah.
Young little Jose was so happy because, like, look, Godzilla didn't die when he went to the volcano. He just was in.
He was just a little nappy.
He was taking
a little nap.
Taking a little nap.
In a hot, I guess the equivalent of a hot tub to us.
Yeah.
He's like, just a hot shower.
And then they're just chilling on top of the truck. They're just like, yeah, Godzilla's back. We lost the bacteria. We're kind of fucked.
This day couldn't get any worse.
And then Satan appears on the screen. I forgot about that. For like,
yeah.
That has to be like some local celebrity that we just
okay.
Okay,
so this guy, he's got dope trivia. It's so he is Demon Kogure. Dope trivia for this guy. So in 84, he's a big Godzilla fan. So in 84, Toho did a Godzilla Scream competition, and he won the Scream competition. And he was like overtly a big fan of Godzilla and really wanted to like be in the movie. So when be involved in Godzilla somehow, but like the movie was already over at this point in 84. And when he heard about Biollante, he's like, yo, like I really want to be in this movie. Like I want to be in a movie. That's all I want. So yeah, that's why he has the super tiny role, is just because he wanted to be in it. So it's a wild thing where like someone who's a fan got to actually be in the movie. But yeah, they're he's part of a rock band.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to actually see if I can find any of their music.
Nice, yeah, because I always
had me like you had me at Satan.
Because he just like, you puny servants, listen to me, and he's like, oh yes, the news. Listen to
listen to the news. This altruistic Satan.
Yeah.
The kayfabe went out real quick on that one.
The cut to it's hilarious because it's like, yeah, Godzilla's back. We lost our weapon. What kind of fuck Satan up here? It's like, could things get any worse? Here comes Satan just popping on the screen like,
yes, Satan popping up like Rita from fucking Power Rangers.
Yep.
Yes, I have been freed.
God damn.
Oh man.
Okay, where we at? Yeah, because so Biollante's appeared in the little lake. It's like a giant rose with teeth.
You don't see the teeth at first though. That's how they get you.
Oh God, no! Oh! Fuck! We're there.
Yeah.
All right. This is one of those. This is again. I'm glad I wasn't intoxicated, and I'm gonna say this really quickly because I want to go ahead and finish the summary. When I saw those teeth, like I saw the rose, I'm like, oh, okay. That's when I said my Monster Hunter PTSD was kicking in, and then I went away to go finish making breakfast. I come back and I see the teeth. I go, oh my God! I'm like, what the hell is that? What is that? What is that? I'm like, oh no, huh?
But yeah,
And
he's chilling in the lake. He got tentacles. Well, not tentacles, but fine.
It's a Japanese movie. It's definitely tentacles.
Well, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Other weird thing that I learned is apparently this came out very shortly after the beginning of tentacle stuff. Not necessarily like the super raunchy kind, but it was fresh in Japanese culture, which is why they chose to do something like this.
Those beautiful weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it starts making noise, and Mickey's like, "Hey, she's crying." Oh wait! While this is happening, we're introduced to the real star of the movie. The fucking Super X2 shows up, and it's little flying battleship looking thing. It has a mirror.
That shit just floating in the air. I'm like, what? I literally could not have been smoking or anything during this because I literally saw that. Like, where the fuck did that come from? Like, I was amused. I will say that because I saw it. I'm like, okay, cool. We're getting to the space shit, which again reminds me of the sequel after this, the Space Godzilla joint. Mm-hmm. But like when I saw that, I'm like, why? Like when I'm like, why is this here? But okay, I guess, fuck it. But it was just kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it has a big old synthetic diamond mirror that can reflect Godzilla's beam at it.
Yeah, they said something like it's, because it got destroyed in the previous one, and I think they said it's like 10,000 times more powerful.
Yeah.
And it's like,
because the Super X1 kind of beat the shit out of Godzilla for like a whole minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one gets fucking dropped in like a minute.
Like almost immediately.
Yeah.
To be fair, it does make Godzilla kind of retreat. Godzilla does go underwater like, okay, hold up. This I've been in a volcano for fucking 5 years. Hold on.
Like, I got time for this shit.
Yeah. And then but while all this is happening, the fucking general or colonel, whatever he is, he's like, hey man, Gondo calls him like, hey, they stole the bacteria. We're kind of screwed. And he's like, oh, okay.
Good news. Eggs are on sale. Bad news. All of the genetic material and our invention has been stolen.
Yep.
But eggs are on sale.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hey,
get your coupons.
Yeah, he's like, shut down the airports.
Yeah. The inconvenience SSS9.
Exactly. Which is
staring out the window.
If he was a real spy, he could have just fucking what was that shit called that Batman did in The Dark Knight? The fucking the reverse halo drop.
The reverse halo. Oh yeah. Just fucking
picked
get
up.
yeeted up in the air.
Now, why didn't you just get that, dude?
Come on now. Come on now. No. They're not thinking ahead.
Oh shit. Come on, SS9, live up to your name. The triple S rank is pretty good in Devil May Cry.
I mean, for real. Super sexy style.
Yeah.
Super sexy style 9.
Did you ever notice this dude has the most zestiest run? The scientist. He's running taekwondo like, hey, we found the scientist. I mean, we found the agent.
He do run like a bad bitch. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I didn't say anything, but I'm glad you brought it up because I saw it. I'm like, I saw it at the corner of my eye. I was like, who
Yeah.
the fuck running like that? I was like, he kind of zesty.
Yeah, he runs up to him like, "Hey, we found the agent. Well, we found the car, which wasn't hard to find because he's the coolest
No.
car we've seen."
Apparently it was.
Well, yeah, not to our eyes. Apparently,
No.
biotech over there just.
Hey, we found the car. It was parked across the street. Who knew?
Ends up, he's like 5 feet away every time. We just got to turn around.
It's the
Motherfucker
silver
has
car with the
camouflage.
guy with a gun in it.
It's the man with the silver gun.
But yeah,
They can't afford gold.
Yeah.
Okay, so where were we at? Godzilla calls. Okay, yeah. Godzilla arrives at the lake to engage Biollante in a vicious battle and emerges as the victor. Godzilla then proceeds towards the power plant in Suruga. But psychic Miki Saragusa uses her powers to divert him towards Osaka instead. Is that what she did? I always thought she failed. But she do it?
She did. Because
Okay.
he went up and they had a psychic battle and they did that weird like inverted flashing
Yeah.
of the film.
Yeah, that fucked with me. That was the red, like inverted screen shit, right? I'm just sitting there going like, why are they having
like
a
red blue thing?
Yeah, they were just sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now?
That's why we can psychically control them in the video game Super Godzilla for SNES. There you go. Oh, so that game's kind of ass, but I love it so much. It was so cool when I first.
That's a lot of Godzilla games that are ass.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Oh boy,
nothing's as good as Destroy All Monsters Melee, baby.
No,
was peak.
That's peak. Yep.
Peak.
Yeah.
One day we'll get that. One day we'll get that remaster. I'm pulling in the universe, please. We'll just
come on, give it that Super Smash Brothers treatment. Just give me everything.
Man, a Godzilla Smash Light might hit. Might hit. I don't know. But anyway, the city is quickly evacuated before Godzilla makes landfall. A team led by Gondo meet Godzilla at the Central District and fire rockets infused with the bacteria because apparently the summary forgot to mention that we get it back, or Japan gets it back, into his body, but Gondo is killed in the process, leaving Godzilla unharmed. Okay, so Godzilla pulls up on Biollante, and Biollante's like, "Sup?" And Godzilla's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. Well, I love the first time they show Godzilla's expression, he looks perturbed because they have the fully functional face, like the fully articulating face, so even like the lips could snarl. And that is definitely that big, reptilian cat energy.
Yeah.
Where he sees Biollante and he's like, "What the fuck are you? What is this shit?" I wake up after a nice hot bath, nice hot trip to the sauna for 4 years.
And this
is what I get.
This is what y'all greet me with. Like he's been trying to give you your flowers, Godzilla.
No.
Okay. Oh.
Boo! Tomato. Is there
a boo one on here? Oh.
Close enough.
Yep. But yeah, so they start fighting, and unfortunately for Biollante, she is a plant type, and Godzilla is a fire type. So he's able to dispatch her.
Super effective.
Yeah, he's able to dispatch her pretty quick. He just a couple.
One breath and she's done.
She gets a couple licks on. She sends her tentacle mouse after him.
This is the transformation version of Biollante.
No, it's still the Rose.
Not yet. This is still the Rose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's pretty easy. Like this one isn't all that bad because it's everything comes after Godzilla and he's like, no, like stop.
It's like
and
quit it.
Like kills her basically with no effort.
One shot.
And then it just lights on fire, and you for a quick second see Crocodile Biollante. For a quick second, but then she turns into dust and just floats in the air.
Yeah. Spores.
There you go. And the
plant
doctor's
spores.
Like, the doctor's like, she's immortal after all. I'm like,
Hold on. Whoa. Is this also? If I'm wrong, correct me, because I was watching this like in and out of like paying attention. But like when she turned into spores, you also saw her picture in that spore.
That was towards the end.
Okay, just making sure.
Like at the you get. Oh yeah, but you do get in this one when it's the Rose, you do get a flash of what's to come. you get a flash of like the crocodilian Biollante.
All right, I'm just making sure because I was like,
Yeah.
damn, dog. I was like, what? Because I only seen the spore thing happen the one time. I didn't see the.
Yeah, it happens twice because they go up and then, they 3 times. They go up, they come down, they go up again.
Word. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue, Jose.
And yeah, but basically after that, like we said, Godzilla goes to Osaka because Mickey Tetsuo battles him in the mind.
Yep.
And Godzilla's like, fine, I'll go. Whatever.
Fine. Stop it, gosh.
Get out of my head. And,
Get out of my head!
like, get out of my head.
Oh fuck,
He's
dude!
like,
I'm trying not to interrupt you when
He's
you're
like,
doing that, but you
he's
can't.
like, women. No.
Women.
And goddamn it, Shake,
so
I'm laughing at that. And yeah, he goes to Osaka. He blows the motherfucker up. But then Gondo and his team, Gondo and the scientists, first of all, pull up on Saradia's office that they just have chilling there, and some rando is in charge of the fucking anti-nuclear bacteria energy. I'm like, who's this guy? Why is it not handcuffed to SS9 the whole time?
Yeah, it probably should be.
Yeah, because this
But they're
dude
not that smart.
Yeah, he's like in a hard hat in the middle of an office building, and he's like, hey,
Still in the
guys.
suit.
Yeah, he's like, hey guys, that's mine. He says something like that, and they just kind of bonk him in the head and then take it.
Dog, that's
Oh,
the bonk
dude.
sound. Oh,
Yo,
go ahead.
that yeah, because that is one of those that they want the movies to be taken more seriously. You cannot do a boing sound effect, like, and then expect people to take it more seriously. Because when I heard that, I was like, oh my god, I totally forgot that this sound effect is. Most of the movie is they're trying to be serious. They really are. But then that fight is terrible. There's no action director. It's like there's just got to be a dude behind the camera who's just like, I don't know, scuffle a little bit. And then they're like, yeah, we're going to do the boing, hit him on the head with something that looks very soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it knocked him out. That's so bad.
And they steal the fucking.
Did it really?
Bacteria.
It didn't even knock him out. It just knocked him down, and he just like when they were grabbing what he needed, and he kind of rose up. He's like, ah! I'm like,
yeah, and then
what
Buddy
is happening?
punches him. Yeah, and then Buddy punches him one more time.
It's like,
They could have just had like the like going on in the background while they're in this fight.
And
the Benny Hill music playing.
Yeah, Benny Hill. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, and fucking. So after that, Triple S9, I guess, was in the restroom. I don't know what he was doing. He comes out like, damn it. Gets on the phone with the Saudi CEO or whatever, and he's like, well, they got the bacteria back. Just make sure they can't make any more.
Good news, we still have oil.
Yeah.
Bad news, it's gonna remain a desert forever.
It's like, damn. It's okay. And then he's like, that's when the agent hangs up the phone. This is the scene I talked about earlier. Walks to the window, opens the blinds, and Godzilla's like right fucking there. And he's just like, damn, Godzilla. And just walks over, casually turns around and walks away. Just mildly inconvenienced. Like,
Dog, he's looking out that window like like that white woman in the one gif, and she's just like violently shaking as she's looking out the window, like just so angry. Like, bro,
he's just like, traffic's gonna be so bad now.
He's like, damn, dude, let me call my wife. I gotta let her know.
Oh, the old Godzilla's outside your building excuse again, huh? No.
Yeah. What's her name?
But he is.
Like,
I promise.
Can you not hear him? Look, he's loud. Like, technically, his roar should make us go deaf. Like,
she's like, I'm leaving, and I'm taking the kids.
It's like, you're not taking my kids.
He do be sneaky though, as we know in this movie specifically. When Godzilla wants to be quiet, he's super fucking quiet.
Yeah, because Gondo and his team are like, okay, we're meeting at these little buildings. Good luck, men. It's been an honor. And like, they go with their bacteria bazookas, And Super X2's like, hey man, I need you to get Godzilla in between all these buildings. And he's like, all right, man, I'm activating all weapons, and he just flips all the switches on
Yeah,
his keyboard, just and then
just
finally
hits
he's like,
the
open the fire mirror, because we forgot to mention the fire mirror gets damaged because I
I
guess
saw that. I didn't know what was going on at that
yeah,
time, but I saw it.
it gets damaged earlier. They're like, damn, the Super X Man, that was synthetic diamond. That wasn't supposed to
yeah.
melt.
It was supposed to be more powerful than the previous one.
Yeah. This was supposed to take the heat of the sun. Oh.
Oh.
But
Oh.
yeah, it opens up the mirror again. Like, we gotta give it everything, and then Godzilla proceeds to blow it up. It just crashes.
Yeah,
It's
it
all
never
bad.
lasts. Yeah, I will say I'm glad they never brought that back because it's like, yeah, y'all don't know what to do with this.
No, we get one more Super X in Destroyer.
Oh yeah,
We get the
They had to
Super
bring it back.
X3, and it gets the ice.
Yeah, had to bring it back. It was such a popular character.
And is it not this dude they bring back?
Oh, it probably is.
I
Yeah.
can't remember because they make a big deal like there's only one man that could pilot it, and like he comes out all.
See, yeah.
I can't remember who it is. I know it's someone who came back, but I can't remember if it's this dude or not. It's either this dude or the dude who piloted Mechagodzilla.
I thought it was the dude who piloted Mecha.
Oh yeah, I think you've yeah.
I think that's who it might have been.
Because that's a dude I know he's been in the movies
Yeah.
like a couple of times.
Well,
I
not-
know things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? Oh yeah, no, they all shoot the bacteria at Godzilla, and then like drills into him, and he's like, "Good job, guys. Let's get out of here." But then he stops to like pick up something. It's like, let's all leave, but then he casually is just looking around the office building, like, if there's anything I can steal or something. I don't know. And then Godzilla sneakily pops up
Just
behind them.
sneaky.
Like, normally you hear the footsteps coming from like 10 miles away, but no, he just kind of pulls up on the window, like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, foiling my plans.
Thwarting my plans?
Thwarting my plans.
Are you?
No, they could, because that would be bad.
How bad?
And
But
then
yeah, they gotta have a dude tell him and like through the headset. He's like, "Yo, he's right behind you. He's right behind you."
yeah,
and
he's chilling.
It like takes them a second to realize because they're like, "Bro, Godzilla." Like they're saying, "Godzilla's right behind you. He's right behind you." And then it's like it's as if the guy has an epiphany. That's like, wait a minute,
they're
someone's
talking to
behind
me.
me.
Hold
But
the
to,
phone.
to be fair, he just immediately turned around and shoot Godzilla in the mouth.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
no
like hip
hesitation.
shots straight into the mouth.
Yeah, he didn't even aim. He just like,
Yeah,
it's like that's
and
what
that's
he wanted
exactly
to do.
where they needed it. Like that's
Yeah.
specifically they needed to get it like inside. So
Yeah. So it's like, hey man, all medicine's better when you take it orally. And Godzilla's
what
like,
a line!
Godzilla's like, no. Just
Like, that's a
smashes
terrible
the building.
joke. Yeah, you deserve to die for that joke.
Yeah.
Approaching your position. Come in, Colonel.
All this intravenous stuff's no good for you. Stick to smoking.
Yep. And then
You
yeah,
would
so
like militarily, you would think that they would have a different option because like it's Godzilla. You're going up like 50 flights. Why don't you have a parachute? Why don't you have an alternative means of escape?
yeah.
Because it
To be
is
fair-
Godzilla.
He would have to jump straight out at Godzilla.
I mean, he could
Godzilla
run
probably
to the
like,
back.
What? Get away. You ain't opening no
Yeah.
fucking parachute in my fucking line of sight. I played Fortnite, and it's pretty hard to get close to Godzilla.
Oh man.
You think it would be easy, but no. Then you get stepped on. You're like, oh, that was the thing.
Ah.
That makes sense now. Plus, technically, if we're being realistic, you get next to Godzilla, you're automatically dying of cancer because he emits
That's true.
too much
Yeah.
radiation.
Yeah.
But yeah, but
Motherfucker's the hot- he's just a big ass hot lamp.
yeah. So rest in peace, Gondo. You know, hopefully he doesn't have a brother or a best friend that takes
Oh,
this
yeah.
that takes this very personal, and you know wait a couple of movies
Also-
to get his revenge. But,
yeah.
hopefully not. But we'll see.
Surely that won't happen.
Yeah, surely that won't
It'll
happen.
never happen.
Yeah. And okay, so let's go. Kirishima receives the cells and returns them to the JSD. Didn't we? What they received? Oh, whatever. This wiki is all out of order. Shirogami theorizes that if Godzilla's body temperature is increased, the bacteria should work against him. The JSDF erects microwave emitting plates during an artificial thunderstorm, hitting Godzilla with lightning and heating up his body temperature during the battle near the shores of Wakasabe. Godzilla is only moderately affected, but Biollante, having evolved into a more powerful form, arrives to engage Godzilla in a battle once again. I'm just going to finish it, and then we can just talk about the end.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
After a long battle, Godzilla fires an atomic breath inside Biollante's mouth, mortally wounding it. After Godzilla exhausted, as the bacteria finally takes hold. After Godzilla exhausts... What?
Spell it out.
Your words.
No, because it's like they go to two different sentences that makes no sense. Look, after Godzilla is exhausted by the bacteria, I'll fix this for them. He goes into the ocean and crashes. Meanwhile, dying Biollante splits apart from the spores, which rise to outer space, forming an image of Erica among the stars. There you go. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
As Shirogami watches the scene, he is shot by Triple S9. Kirishima chases and briefly scuffles Triple S9, who gets killed by a plate activated by Sho Kuroki. Afterward, Godzilla reawakens and returns to the ocean. In scene, insert motivational speech. Shout out to the big rose that's now in the sky. Or in
The big
space.
rose in the sky. Yeah.
The big rose in the ionosphere just chilling.
What a fucking weird.
You know what?
credits.
Let's just skip to it. Let's just fucking skip to it. What did y'all think about Triple S9's death?
Look, man.
He got cooked
But he gets
Yeah.
evaporated. Just
because it
Oh
like the
my
plates
God.
were there to draw lightning in. So my question though is, how did that guy know that the agent was there?
because the number lit up. 'Cause
Yeah,
number
but
lit
how
up,
did he
Godzilla-
know that the other dude was not on there?
It was a calculated risk I was willing to take.
Yeah,
Dog.
his death. It's like, yeah, it's fitting because I don't know. It seems odd that they would also be standing right in that area, but they drove there. So
Yeah, they wrecked their cool car into like
yeah,
the bottom of the mountain or some shit. I don't know.
yeah, I'm not too worried about the logistics, but yeah, that's like the guy gets zapped and literally there's just like little crispy bacon strips there, at the bottom where he was standing, and it's like, damn, dude.
Yeah, that dude gets just. I don't even think he realized what happened to him. He just woke up in the afterlife like, the fuck was that?
What?
He's like, huh?
I was just looking really cool, man. What happened to me?
But yeah,
Motherfucker
that,
woke up in the gulag.
so that's the whole military plan. Like, look, we got these giant microwave plates. We've created an artificial thunderstorm. We're gonna raise Godzilla's body temperature because bacteria don't work in the cold, and Godzilla's cold-blooded.
I mean, that's also dumb because he's literally irradiated. He's super fucking hot.
Yeah,
So they don't need to
There you
raise
go.
his temperature. Yeah, super hot.
Jesus.
And
I'm
then
entertaining myself.
yeah, so well the other entertaining part is because the scientist gets one-shotted and dies, and it's like no one gives a shit.
Nope.
the dude
Because
was
the girl and the guy, he's like, well, or the girl says like, I guess we're gonna go
And
to
that-
MIT,
yeah.
and he's like, nah, you know why? Because there's assholes everywhere, so I may as well, stay in my own country.
He's like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
She's like, I'm coming with you. He's like, right now? Yes.
Yeah, like right now though, like,
It's like always, or like like something like
Yeah, she's
forever,
like, always. Forever, yeah.
always.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Okay.
He's just like, okay, just to be clear though, if I can't get it up, like it's been a long day, so
Like I almost got
Exactly.
killed
performance anxiety.
by
I
a
was just
Saudi
attacked.
secret agent.
Yeah. I was
There's a
just
lot of
attacked
radiation in
by,
the area.
You know,
We just seen
just
a plant
saying.
go to heaven. Like
There was a picture of a woman in there, like just
In the
randomly just in the sky.
with like wind blowing in her hair. I love that little effect.
yeah.
I was like, bro, who is seeing this?
Yeah. It's
Like,
just Miki.
it's just
And
her.
it's
It's
just
like,
her.
who's this for?
No, because
It's-
the dude sees it. That's why he gets in sniper position because he's like Erica, and then like,
bro.
Well, he sees the
It's
spores.
bad,
He
yeah.
doesn't see the face.
oh okay,
That's what I'm saying. Like that face, you could tell that face was for the audience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for us and Miki, who
And-
has to see that horror.
It's just like, oh no, and then like he's like, and everybody else sees the fucking golden spores and shit. So it's like, bro, absolutely not, because she's like sitting there giving the fucking smile of a century
yeah,
with the wind blowing in her hair and shit. I'm like, who is this for?
Yeah, it's so weird. She
That's
says
fucking-
goodbye. It's honestly
yeah, that's
that
right. Yeah,
yeah, that line is so similar to like how bad the Fallen Kingdom. They're alive just like me. You know, that BS of a
Yeah.
line where it's like, God, she says goodbye. Dude immediately gets capped.
yeah,
Like he gets that like 10 seconds of, you know, his daughter acknowledging him after
Finally, that's
going
like
on
all
a
he wanted.
rampage. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's okay that he died. Like the dude didn't want to live anyway, so he got what he wanted.
Yeah, he was
Oh
like,
yeah, no, he was cooked. My man was mentally like, get me the fuck out of
he
here.
was on
Yeah.
that picture with a smile on his face, so he's good.
He got the
Get me the fuck
Sarazawa
outta here,
ending.
bro.
Yeah,
Because he wouldn't have
maybe-
killed himself, so they did it for
Nah.
him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, I
but
won't
the
do it,
big
'cause I'm
old
a
fight,
coward.
the final fight of the movie, Godzilla's chilling. All of a sudden, the spores start coming down. He's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
And all
I
of a
know.
sudden, Biollante, good old crocodile Biollante, pulls up from under the ground,
Yeah.
and she's a big bitch. Like, and Godzilla's like, "Oh,
Crocolante.
yeah."
Oh, Crocolani.
Godzilla's like, "Okay, I'm
Frankie
still a fire type. You are still a plant type.
Yeah. Grass
I
I
type.
know how this goes.
Yeah, I have grass type. There you go. Yes, I still have the high ground, atomic breath.
In the
Like,
mouth.
that's cute, atomic breath.
But then this Biollante Haktua's on Godzilla, acid.
You know, I didn't because you said that earlier, but then Godzilla's recourse is to Haktua right in her mouth.
Yeah,
It's like,
To
take
be
this, you
fair,
saucy bitch.
Biollante kind
Open
of
your mouth.
tries to eat him. Like
Yeah.
she put Godzilla in her mouth. Like Godzilla's like, "Where fuck? God damn it! Why? I didn't sign up for this shit."
You
I
know, a good
believe
way out of
that-
this: spit in her mouth.
I want to paraphrase it. They're talking about kaiju here and not anybody in particular, because the way it's sounding from the audience that probably may have just joined in on this part is just gonna sound super sus.
What if Erica was a freak and she just liked that shit? She's like, "I love it when
Probably that would explain the
Yeah.
Haktua.
that's
Yeah.
that's her weakness. Getting like that's her thing. People spitting in her
That's her
mouth.
kink.
Your kink.
Yeah.
there you go.
Fucking Godzilla just hits that atomic breath in her mouth. She's like, oh, just kind of just
And just fucking yeah. That's when she spores out and just goes away.
be like, what did I just watch? But I don't know. But I need a cigarette.
Yeah, that's when
Yeah.
Godzilla was like, "I'm going to sleep." What the
If you added more terrible sound effects, Godzilla like does the spit in mouth, and Biolante's like, Nissan.
Oh, Nissan.
That's
Oh,
horrible.
No. Oh no. It's horrible. Oh no. Oh God, in this, please.
Yeah, he is awakened. Oh no!
Oh no, yes.
Oh,
Look at
Harry!
him.
Harry boy.
Harry
Oh, he's got
Harry
a
save us.
shirt.
Oh God! Ah, he's clawed on him.
Harry, save us. He's attacking my
Hold on, I'm
co-host.
almost done. Wow. Yeet. But no, yeah, Godzilla falls. The bacteria takes effect, but he goes in the ocean and the water drops his temperature and he's fine.
Seepy. Little
Mhm,
seepy
and he's
baby.
able to like, all right, that sucked. Going back to bed. Fuck all y'all, okay? And just goes in the ocean. Biollante goes to space. That's what the dude says. It's like Godzilla's in the
Yeah.
ocean, Biolante's in space. Everything's where it should be. God is in his rightful spot on his throne, or whatever the fuck Nerve says.
God's in his heaven.
Yeah,
all's
there you
right. All's right in the world.
go. Yeah, there you go. All right, that was
man.
Godzilla versus Biollante. Shag, how did how
Go
was that?
ahead.
How was that for your first experience?
Very sexual for just no reason.
Yeah,
It wasn't bad, but it was definitely a lot. Like
it's a
it
lot.
was just, it's a lot because I was like, when are we getting to the things? Like what's happening?
Like to
And
modern
then
audiences, this if I could put it anyway, this might be the closest we get to like an A24 Godzilla movie,
makes sense.
right? Yeah.
No
Yeah.
wonder why I checked out.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah.
I was like, nope, absolutely not. I was like, well, I've had enough.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. I'll say that.
Right.
I just it just lost me in certain parts, and then when they were on screen, I was like, okay, word, and I looked, and I was like, okay, that's dope. I was like, okay, cool, and then when it went back to the plot, I was like, okay, and I tried to keep up, but I had no fucking idea what was going on half the time, and then I could piece stuff together, but I was also like, what is happening? I think it was mostly because the language just messed me up. But other than that, um, eh.
Yeah.
Great character designs, though. I will say that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Corey. By the way, have you seen the original ending? That's like animated.
Original? No, I've not
It's
seen
like
that.
so the original ending. I guess the bacteria takes effect earlier, and Godzilla just passes out on the ground, and then Biollante eats him.
Oh,
And
I
then
feel like
she
I've
turns, yeah, and then she turns into like her spores with Godzilla, and they just disappear forever.
I feel like I've heard of.
I've seen it on. If I
this.
find it, I'll send it to you. But it's kind of weird. It's like I don't know if it was meant to be filmed or it was going to be like a quick little animated sequence. But yeah, that was the original ending to this movie.
Huh. I do know there is there's a sequence that got lost entirely. Apparently, Godzilla and Biollante fight underwater,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
and the something happened with the camera, like it leaked, so not only the camera but the film inside were destroyed, like beyond
Well,
recovery.
that makes sense because there's that scene where Godzilla gets tripped and he goes underwater,
Yeah,
and then immediately he gets back up.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes
So
sense.
that's a big bummer with
Yeah.
some of the older stuff. Nah, so like this movie, and what I generally tell people, this is the like spaghetti of spaghetti against the wall of Godzilla writing, because it's everything. There's corporate espionage, it's like a spy thriller, there's unchecked like biological science, governments fighting each other for this stuff, like government espionage. There's horror aspects to it, there's psychics, there's like anything, you name it, and all of the spaghetti stuck. Like that's the problem, is all of it stuck to the wall. So they have so many themes. So yeah, it's definitely tough to watch as like a first movie because there's a lot going on. An action movie too. Like it is an action movie, but like the fight sequences are never that good because they definitely didn't have a choreographer. It Yeah, that's why it's just like, yeah, this movie has a lot, and it's like, okay, this scene's going to be an action scene. Okay, now next, this scene is going to be a dramatic scene where the people are talking about like patriotism. Okay, now this scene is going to be our fears about like mankind adjusting the weather, because the storm is manufactured by man.
Yeah.
And then okay, now this scene, and none of them are themes, they're scenes. It's like they don't put enough time into anything, and that's where I think the charm is, but also that's why I put it close to the bottom, is it does not know what it wants to be, because it is literally like everything, with the exception of there's not really a love triangle in this one. There's not a ton in the way of romance. Strong female characters, which is pretty cool, like the woman who's like, yeah, I don't think I want to go to MIT. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I want to leave you. I think I want to be a successful scientist on my own here in Japan. And it's actually the guy who changes his mind. It takes a giant reptilian plant to do it, but whatever. We're pretty stubborn.
And Triple
We
S9.
and Triple
Triple
S9.
S is 9. So pretty much, Corey, what you're saying is this movie is a Godzilla buffet.
Yes, it is
That
everything. Every
and
scene is its own part of the buffet.
It's literally
yeah.
just missing aliens. That's all.
Yeah,
I mean,
Biollante becomes the alien.
Yeah. Well. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, be the alien you
Yeah.
want to see in the world.
Yeah.
yeah. Be the alien Japanese think Japanese think you are.
Yeah, with tentacles.
Yes. Well, that covers that. But here I want to say, boys. I'll start with Corey. Corey, what was your favorite cinema villain moment?
Oh man, it really is just that fight between Godzilla and Biollante. Because if I had to pick like a singular scene, I think it's when she opens her mouth to like
Mhm.
spit out. Because
Mhm.
when you see how wide the maw opens and all of the stuff like stretching with it, it is I like top tier special effects, like better than any other, better than anything John Carpenter did. The Thing is really fucking weird, but I would still say that Biollante is like a better special effects creation than that. So many details, top to bottom.
Yeah. It took like so. How many It took like what, multiple people to operate that thing.
Yeah, it was like a dozen people. She was
Yeah.
on a rail system.
Yeah.
So they like had to lift her up to move the body on a rail system, and then each of the tentacles is like 1 to 2 people.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like seeing Biollante, all of the moving parts, and when she moves forward, it's, I don't know, even now it's like those are the scenes where all the other stuff is just like, oh my god, like what the fuck is going on right now? But then when she's on the screen, she commands your attention.
Okay, so Crocolante was like Haktua Crocolante.
Yeah.
Is your favorite
Tua
scene. What about you?
Crocolante.
What's yours?
Gonna
Jose?
sell us a crypto coin pretty soon.
Probably.
Invest, guys, invest. Nothing bad will happen. But no, honestly, it's probably that. It's probably the final fight too, as well, because it's just so metal.
Okay.
And it's
Word.
that's
Like
pretty
she
cool.
charges up and everything. It's
Yeah,
just like
she has her
Godzilla
own
charged
little
up.
beam.
Yeah.
It's like
All right,
green electricity.
Shaggy. I know it's gonna be SS. I know.
Yep, super sexy style 9 popping up. It's literally him one-shotting the truck and the truck just tipping over. That is implanted into my brain. On like he just steadied his shot and just like I'm like and the camera just kept going to insinuate that the driver was kind of like just pedaling to the metal in a truck, so it only was going probably about 60 miles per hour. And motherfucker was like pat, and it just tipped over. Didn't explode, just tipped over. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, but no, and did not sound like a caveman. The scene that you guys are talking about is actually, I do like Biolante's second form.
Yeah.
Versus the flower form. I do now. That form was still dope to me as
Oh
well.
yeah.
But the Crocolante form was wicked. I will say that shit. So yeah. Speaking of folks, we're wrapping this up. But we here at Cinema Villains not just rate and review the movie, we also rate and review the villain of said movie, and we judge them by 3 categories. Those categories typically are the motive, the drip.
Motive?
We're
not doing it. We're
Yeah,
not doing it.
typically the motive, the drip, and the threat level. However, since this is a kaiju type monster, the rules are different. We still keep motivation only because we forgot what originally was. We take the drip and we transform it into character design, and the threat level still stays the same.
Yeah.
Corey, since you are our guest, 1 out of 5, what are you giving Biollante there for motivation?
She's singularly motivated because she exists only to destroy Godzilla. Because she is the embodiment of the anti-nuclear. Like I don't think she has a global domination thing. But
Was she? Dun dun dun.
yeah, we don't know.
We-
Well, I guess technically we do because she does return
Yeah.
in her own right. Um, I I think, let's see, if it's not global domination, I would have to say that's probably like a 3, 4, something like that, because it's not
3.5.
3.5. Yeah, we'll do a solid 3.5.
Okay.
Because she ain't trying to take over the world. She's very dedicated to that 3.5 though.
Okay.
Like all she wants that one thing and she's gonna do it. But like no one, Biollante kills like one person.
Really? Yeah, just that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
just
human
one.
in the entire film.
The one biotech agent gets fucking murked.
The black guy. We can
The
all say
black
it.
guy.
Yeah, it's the black
We
guy.
can say it's the black guy. The only black guy in the movie.
Pre
Yep.
Jurassic Park.
Yep.
He
Clever
said-
girl.
He said, "Hold on to your butts," and got murked.
Got murked
Proceeded
on screen.
To get murked.
Jose, can you also ask Harry what was his favorite?
Harry, what was your motivation for Biollante? Meow. Now you don't want to meow. I'm giving you permission to meow. His motivation. Wait, what did Kory give him? What'd you give him?
3.5. We gave him 3.5.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's a 3 because I don't know what exactly.
Yeah.
Erica just wanted to go to sleep, and her dad wouldn't let her. He put me in a flower.
Man, if they
I have.
if they had done more with Miki, like, can you imagine if this character had been, if Miki's like, oh yeah, there's like a seething rage because she wants to be dead, but the Godzilla cells are keeping her alive in this like,
Yeah, that would be awesome.
this obscene bot. If you put it in that context, it would absolutely be like a 5. But they're like, I don't know, she's heckin' mad.
Yeah. By the way, did you ever see Shelter 54? That short film? It's like a Godzilla fan film.
Oh, I don't. Shelter 54? I'll look it up.
I sent you a link a long time ago. I don't know if you ever got
Then I probably did.
Okay.
But
it's basically, they have a origin.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically it. The origin for Biollante in that short film. It's like, we want to die. We can't.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna give her motivation just a 3. I think what threw me off was reading the tail of the tape where they said global domination. I didn't get not one iota of that whatsoever. I'm like, no, absolutely not. I was like, motherfucker said, I just don't want to exist like anymore.
Yeah.
Like with a bigger budget, maybe it could have been like, this plant's gonna spread everywhere. We need to stop it somehow.
Yeah.
It's like definitely a 3. Now, character design, and I'm going to go to Kory, but I am going to say just overall the character design, and just kind of try to aggregate both the scores for the first form and then the second form, if that makes sense.
I would still say, man, I guess in movie, because the first form, I'd still give it like, I'll give that one a 3 because it's solid, it's iconic, it's not quite as dope as the box art.
You took the words.
Yeah. If we got
right
that,
there.
we got that, it would be a 6.
But
Word. Yeah, so I would say that would be a 3, and then of course the Crocodile is a 5. Like, I love that. I have more Godzilla than anything else, but I have definitely more Biollante than anything else. Between like the figures that I put up behind me that can't be seen on this camera quite as well. I've got like official Shinji Nishikawa art of Biollante.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got what is it? Like just like little folders to hold paper. They had released the Heisei series, and I have a Biollante one of that. Like, I just bought that. But I love Biollante's final form. So yeah,
okay,
with that,
so a 3 for the first form and 5
and
for the
5.
other one.
Yeah.
Jose, what are you giving for the forms?
Yeah, I'm pretty much right there. I'm at a 3.5 for the first form because it's still cool. It has rows with teeth. Yeah. And then of course 5 for
Of
her
course.
true form, her
Crocodile.
final
Yeah.
form. This is metal as shit. This is why Godzilla fans want more Biollante because we only got this movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, it
Dope
is
as
pretty
hell.
metal.
Crocodile.
Biollante.
I high key am also going to give the same score. I was originally going to give the first form a 4 because instantly I was like, that's what's on the front cover of the box art. But you
Yeah.
guys reminded me that it's not, and I'm like, okay, I got to take it down a notch then because I'm gonna look like a fucking weirdo if I say that. And they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, oh god.
Huh?
But had they would have looked like that, obviously it was a 4 because I actually really fuck with that, like the box art design. And then Crocodile, fucking yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
just straight up nightmare fuel. If it wasn't so cool,
Yeah.
like with that. And threat level. Now this one probably going to be a little tough because I want to get you guys' opinion on. I have my own score, but I can be I can change it. So Kory, what are you giving for Biollante's threat level?
So because she doesn't really have motivations and we don't know where she can go
Mhm.
from here, because it seems like the only reason she evolves is because the first form dies. So, like, if that never happened, would we have ever gotten Crocodile, or would Biollante just be a giant freaky rose in a lake? I would say, I don't know, like it's like a 3 because we don't know what else we would have gotten. And in the following form, we don't know if she would have ever gone any further than trying to kill Godzilla. Probably would have. There'd be some more mutations, I'm sure. I'll say 4 because
Okay.
of the second form definitely evolving. Like what we got in the end, I think was going to go a lot further, but it ain't a 5.
Word, Jose.
Yeah, I'm right there at 4. Too. That's what I was gonna say. Because like, yes, Godzilla can sort of beat her kind of easy, so it's not much of a threat to him.
Mm.
But like, I think if like humanity tried to fight Biollante, there wasn't jack shit we could do to it.
Mm.
Plus, she has the old technically I'm immortal, fucking
Yeah.
clause in her contract, so she can just like I'll be back. Yeah, I fucked up. So yeah, it's a 4 for me. 4 for me, bud. And she hocked Tua's acid, bro. That's not good at all.
No, no, that's not.
If
That
the
would burn.
xenomorphs have taught us anything, that is a broke ability.
Yeah.
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 So originally I had it at a like I had it at a 2 for real because it was a plant monster
Yeah.
against somebody that breathes fire. That's just okay. Get out of here, brother. That's not it. Yeah, no. But that's why I was like, I'm gonna suspend mine because I wanted to hear both of y'all and see how y'all felt. I would bump it up to a 3 because I'm still going at the end of the day. Like, granted, we didn't know what we could have. To Kory's point, we don't know what we would have gotten had this movie could have continued.
Yeah.
But in my brain, I'm like, that's still a fucking plant. The
Yeah.
giant fire lizard is literally spits fire.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can wrap me in your tentacles, but as soon as once I get this fire spit out, it's a wrap
Yeah.
for you.
Exactly. The living embodiment of the nuke is right there, and it's gonna
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah. It's not even like it's like, hey man, I don't spit ice. Is what we're getting at.
Yeah.
So I'm Dylon in these streets. I spit hot fire.
Dylon.
But
to be fair, ice kills plants too.
I mean, yeah, but like at the same time, if you're looking at it as scientifically, scientifically in those movies, all it would have done was like being a minor inconvenience for Biollante.
It just withered. Like, damn it! Wait till the temperature gets better.
Like, wait till
You just wait till global warming takes
warming
effect.
kicks it. Yeah, wait till it kicks in, boy. I tell you. But also, again, back to Kory's credit, we just didn't see enough of the actual true form, and I wish we kind of got to something a little longer. You could have cut some of the movie out and kind of given that more time.
Yeah.
To really kind of hold in the fact that this can be it's not a global threat, but a bigger threat than what it was. So that's
you
where
could
I'm
have
at
cut the
with that.
stupid biotech subplot. Like, hey, we're gonna unleash Godzilla. Just let Godzilla come out on his own. Like, look,
Yeah, you
earthquake
don't-
happened. That sucks.
Well, just
Godzilla's free now.
it could just be like Saradia versus Japan.
Yeah,
Because they are the reason SSS9 is in the movie. So, like, yeah, that needed to be cut out because there's too much
yeah.
going on. Like everyone's attacking Japan, including like literally it's like 3 people kicking Japan while they're down. It's Godzilla, Saradia, and not US.
not U.S.
Not America.
Like, help us? No. Well, folks, thank you. That is it. That has been this episode.
Now,
Corey,
we weren't gonna rate SS9.
no, I can't,
okay.
brother. I
Because
can't
it's
rate
a
'em.
straight 5.
Yeah, it's just
It's
five,
the
five
only-
down the boards. Like, well, maybe
The
most
only reason Godzilla lives is because SSS9 was not hired to kill him.
There you go.
Yep. He wasn't. He wasn't coming for our boy.
Yeah.
Like SS, like super sexy.
He'd have one-shotted
like, super
him,
sexy style.
too.
Nah. Dog, he would have shot him with that gun and Godzilla would have fell down. I'd have lost my shit. I'd have lost my shit, bro. Like you motherfucker. Like he shot him and he just like, man, what?
And he casually
He's like, oh,
walks
bitch.
the fuck
Like,
away.
Oh no.
Like Godzilla gets hit.
No,
Oh,
no.
yeah. Godzilla can say, "Oh, you bitch," and he kind of just falls to the ground. I'd be like, "This is the greatest movie of all, like, of just a cinema." I can see why it's in the Criterion
Cinema.
collection. I can see why.
Oh my god.
But folks, thank you all for joining us for this episode. Corey, again, thank you for tuning in and joining us for this, because Lord knows this would have been a shorter episode had it would have been just me and Jose.
Bunga
can you tell
for real, then yeah.
boy, would have been one side of the shit. Can you tell the audience, the audio audience and the YouTube audience, where they can catch you and your works?
Yeah, if you are interested, you can find me at The World is My Burrito, aka TWIMB podcast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts. I'm also on YouTube. I should probably upload the last 2 videos, but yeah, so anywhere you listen to podcasts, the social media stuff, I'm mostly on Blue Sky and kind of Pink Sky. Twitter only exists for cool Japanese art, and that is it. I don't do anything else on there anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is it, and I should have another episode coming out. Oh god, it's probably going to take me 2 more weeks thanks to convention season, but yeah.
There we go.
All right, Jose, you want to close us out, my man?
Alrighty. As always, we here at Cinema Podcast, we love each and every one of y'all. And we want you to take care of yourselves. And remember, next time you step on a rose, just think, what if it has the soul of a girl in it? Just relax. Be gentle. Every rose has its thorn. Some Haktua acid at you, so be safe.
Oh my god, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. I was like, he's gonna fucking say it. It's starting out so nice, and then he's gonna ruin it. It's gonna happen.
Oh, shit. But yeah, anyways, we love you. Please take care of yourselves. And now we all bid you adieu.